Welcome, boys, girls, and everyone else, to session 14 of the Sankei Shimbun Cup Women's League qualifier. It's been 3 weeks. We've got the session today and tomorrow. We have one more on the 12th and 13th of next month, and then we're headed directly to those playoffs. I'm Chiral, and for game one, I am joined by Tips. Hello.
Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome back. We've been on a hiatus? It's been a while. The games are scheduled around the players' schedules in Japan, so we are coming down to the end of the regular season, but there was a bit of a break between this group's games and the previous groups. Over a month, I would say.
Yeah, from what I heard from Jenn, I think everyone plays rounds 14 and 15, every single team. There's probably a bit more to organise. A little bit more complicated, maybe a little bit of a bigger round.
I suppose that makes sense. Make sure everybody...
Yeah, no one knows exactly like who's through until the very end. It's going to be fun.
Right.
That sort of tiebreaker sort of scenario, whether you're the closest second to first place. If people finish before you, then you kind of maybe gives the other teams a little bit of an unfair advantage. I can see that.
Yeah. Although you're only fighting within your group, so I think it doesn't matter too much. But I guess with the wild card that you're talking about, yeah, I can see it. You're like, we need to get within this many points. If they have the knowledge in advance, it is a little bit of an advantage.
So yeah, everyone plays the last 2 rounds. It's going to be very exciting to see. Everyone in the background, please look out for Team WRC. We'll get to them in a bit. But yeah, later on today, we'll be hearing from hopefully Jenn and also Corak. And yeah, you're the person doing all the stuff behind the scenes today, Tips. Always worth shouting that out. Thank you so much. But before we get to the Sankei Shimbun Cup, should we talk about our sponsors?
That's right. We are sponsored today by the WRC World Riichi Championship, of course, the home of this channel, as well as the United States Professional Mahjong League, located or headquartered in Manhattan, New York. They've got the Sparrow's Nest studio, recently moved into a larger place, more able to host tournaments, multiple automatic tables, including the legendary Rex 3 that you see on TV at M League sometimes, and even here today. Of course, on screen right now, you see the most current promotion, the limited edition commemorative world champion WRC 2025 Tokyo champion towel from Kotaro Uchikawa. It's got a digital printing of his signature, as well as an action shot of him in the middle of Mahjong. Not to mention some beautiful artwork on the background there. That is Go ahead.
All the key sites of Tokyo, I assume. All the places you might want to go if you ever go on holiday.
Yeah, including the big Riichi stick on the...
Of course.
Make sure to visit the big Riichi stick. Just kidding.
Absolutely.
But that's right. A one person in chat will be able to win one of these towels, as well as 2 paid members, 2 YouTube members will be drawn at the end of February, which is coming up very soon. So this is your chance. If you're here, stay tuned. You might win a towel. And if you would like to graciously support us here, you will be entered in a draw to win the towel at the end of February. So that...
So everyone who's currently supporting us, and anyone who chooses to between now and the end of the drawing, yeah, absolutely.
That's right. That being said, let's take a look at those advantages.
Yes, so I might as well give people a little recap on what the rule set is, what we're playing today. We are playing the Sankei Shimbun Cup. So anyone tuning in for the first time who needs a reminder, we have 2 leagues. The Seto League in Tokyo, the Orb League in Western Japan. In the Seto League here, we have 60 teams split into 15 groups of 4. We're watching Group 14 play today. Each was battling the other 3 teams in their group. Over 10 sessions.
Let's fix that.
Each group, the top individual players advance to 2 different final tournaments. We have 5 groups in the Orb League, and since they're in different locations, the games are more spread out. Each region has their own schedule. When they meet off the playoffs, though, the Seto team and Orb League team will sort of reunite for a fun little experience. Also, yes, I believe we just have Jenn popping in to chat. Hello.
Sorry, hello. hear
It's all
me?
good. Welcome on in.
Okay, good.
We
I
started the
hear
intro,
some
but we need to just give it a
somehow or
Mahjong, right?
other. What was your question? I just Mahjong?
You got here just in time for the Mahjong.
Yes. Totally on purpose. Can't believe you guys didn't know.
Yeah, speaking of the Assembly, we actually do have a team from WRC. Jenn, who's just joined us, is part of that team. And we have Gemma from us, team captain from the UK, Jenn, of course, from the US, Mionishita from South Korea, and Yumi Iwatani from Japan are our players this season. We're doing pretty okay, right? We're doing pretty okay going into the final 2 rounds. I think, in third. So it's not ideal, but there's still a shot, right? It's not over yet. If things go really well.
I think we're doing okay up at the maybe 10th session or so.
We're doing great in the set session now. I think we're doing okay. I still think you're doing okay. I still think you're doing okay.
I'm doing great until I messed everything up on the 10th-ish session.
Honestly, bad luck happens. I've been playing a lot of Sama recently because of the Riichi on the Team League, and my results have not been spectacular. Some of it's my own problem, my own fault, I will say that. But a lot of it's just, wow, I couldn't have patsued that player could. Oh, that's fun. But yeah,
yes,
I'm sure.
That happens a lot.
Fact is, you're still in the running, I think. It's going to be hard, but I think there's a chance. So if you do see Team Doris in the background today, please do cheer for them. They need the help.
So we just have one more session, and Mio will be playing that in March. So no games for WRC this week. Right.
Okay. In that case, take what I said about everyone playing the last 2 sessions, make it in the last 1 session, and they'll be more accurate. Just what I said earlier. But yeah. I guess we should talk about who's actually going to be playing in Group 14 today. May I ask you to introduce our players, Jenn?
Alright, in the first dealer seat playing for Suzaku. Suzaku is Arisa Aragaki. In the south seat, Uika Seto. And the west seat, playing for, Sapporo Mahjong Lovers, Hokkaido team. In the west seat, Marie Hazuki, team Mappy. I couldn't remember if it was an I or a Y. I couldn't actually decide which one they preferred, so I think I spelled it 2 different ways on the results and the and the team standings. And in the North Sea, Mari Morikawa playing for the Kamikaze, like if we want to go with works or factory, but Seisakujo, so.
Workshop factory, same kind of thing, right? Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, so I don't know, the translation could be either one. They don't have an official English translation, but yeah, we can decide which one we prefer.
I do like the idea of calling it a workshop, but that's because it seems more like a family business rather than like a big thing, you know?
Yeah.
The same thing, to scale, I think. But yeah. Either way, amazing. We did have to see the scores earlier. How are the teams doing these days? Just before we go in. Do we have a massive lead, or is it going to be a little bit closer? Oh, it's a massive lead.
Massive lead, yeah.
So I usually like talking about how there's like always a chance, you know, how a team has a chance of coming back. They will be playing for Group 15. So they were playing round 15. So there's got 6 games left to go, not just the 3. But it's going to take a bit of a miracle for anyone to ever take a gap of 420 points or more.
We even have much of a going for the wildcard seat in this group. But there will be players playing for the individual playoffs.
That's definitely very true. So there is always something to play for. Hopefully. Hopefully you've not done so bad that you have nothing to play for. That'd be really sad. Good luck, everybody on this table. I hope we see something exciting today. Gotta love the establishing shots, as I say. I was wrong about Team WC playing today. They're not playing this time around. They're playing next session. But
yeah, we just have one more session left, and so if Mio can get 3 first places in a row, then she can probably make it to the individual finals. in the individual playoffs.
In an ideal world, not only do you do that, you also get to the team final too. I think you can still do it, right? With four
Yeah,
players?
possibly. Yeah, it will
Yeah, there's
depend
still a
on what the
chance.
other teams do, but regardless of what the other teams do, if she wins 3 in a row, then she should probably make it.
I would love to see you in
Um,
the final. That'd be great. Good luck. I know it's not for another 2 weeks, but good luck. So, looking at the hand right here, we do have Morikawa, who's currently 2 away. Although potentially has for the triplets, maybe 3 console triplets is doable. It's unlikely, but maybe I'm playing too much Sandman. That's see that I'm like, well, yeah, I can make pairs. No, a very
Did
interesting
we
situation
mention
here
that
for Seto.
we're doing a giveaway today as well? Did we mention that?
We did in fact mention that. Yes,
Okay, good, good.
it tips did an excellent job of covering that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, so that was really interesting how Seto had the chance of cutting the pair of threes to go for the flush. She's choosing not to, except until she drew the 7 of characters, in which case suddenly now we are 1 away for the flush as well. But yeah, I was really curious to see what she would do with that. Because obviously keeping the option of pairing up the 3-pin, or even tripling up the dragon there. Oh, was it dragon? No, I'm wrong about that. Looking at the wrong character. But it was the West here, okay. Or the dragon, in fact. But either way,
You
now,
dragon as well.
1 away for that flush. Probably not going to open, although we'll see. I think it's a bit early to consider that play. Having said that, having a look at her discards, it does look very much like she's going for that flush. With the choice of only discarding 2 suits, and the red dragon came out, but only when it was discarded by other people too. Very typical. Still 1 away though for her, but just a slightly wider 1 away now, having drawn that 6-pin. Sorry, 6-man. And we have the potential Itsu here for our dealer Aragaki. It's a bit far away, needing to draw 3 and the 7. But with a 9 being Dora, especially after drawing that 8-pin to accept a shape with that, I am dreaming of the Itsu. This is 10. No, it's not. It's 1 away. Still, just an even wider 1 away than before.
I have also a very important question. Did anybody use the word penultimate when we talked about this session?
I did not. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. That's why I'm here.
Should I have? Oh.
It's today is part 1 of the penultimate session of this season, the regular season. You only have so many chances to use the word penultimate.
Hmm.
I have to take advantage of it when it comes up.
Does that mean the next session is going to be the ultimate session?
Yes.
Okay. I'll have to keep that in mind. And absolutely, for the Itsu, we're going to Chi. It's one of those hands where oftentimes you don't really want to call for the Itsu because it's only 1 hand if you manage to do that. But when you need that for 7 and you need that 3, the only way you're ever going to win this hand is if you open. So definitely like that call. 1 away for Hazuki, but it's still a little bit far. Interesting enough, I was talking about 7 pairs as a joke when I mentioned Morikawa potentially going for that earlier, but now she's gotten 1 away from 7 pairs herself. Probably want to keep the triplet of dragons, ideally, but we'll see. If she draws up 1 more pair, the 3-man or the 4-man, it will be Tenpai. But we're not going to give up on that right now and choose to wait on the south or anything like that. Even though it's twice cut, even though it makes a pretty good weight for a 7 pairs hand, we're not giving up on a normal hand to make that happen. And the south does come out now. There's the last one. It's gone. 1 away still, as I say, for Hazuki. Even better 1 away though now. With a bit of loss of safety. That south being gone now. First really difficult decision is going to be involving this 5-man for the dealer Aragaki. She doesn't depend on the 3, which is the problem. This is Tenpai. It's just not a good one. All inside. She's going to wait on the 4 of characters, which has now been paired up. So this is 7 pairs Tenpai. I joked about this earlier. I did not expect this to actually happen. Choosing to Dharma on the 3. maybe there'll be a moment where we swap our weights. If the 3 is proven to be safe, it's not really, though. There's also going to be template for the half flush here. We don't want 5-8 in characters. There's the 8. It will deal in. Relatively cheap, though. Half flush only. The pair of the greens is not enough to get an extra hand. So a very cheap win for Seto, but an early win. And that is exactly what their team want right now. Just move this game along quickly. No one gets a huge score. You know, just win the game, or even just make sure that no one manages to have a good dealer repeat. Because even if you get a small negative, it's not going to be a big deal. when you,
I think up to 2 or 3 big negatives doesn't even put them in a difficult position at all.
yeah, exactly. I think you need like 4 or 5, and that's unlikely. It could happen, but
Could happen, yeah, it could happen across 2 sessions, but definitely not something Seto needs to be worried about right now.
So looking at Seto's hand, there's a very outside chance of the outside Sanshoku 1-2-3, but unlikely. Gonna keep that 1 of dots just in case for now. Probably gonna go very soon though. Will be kept over the 8 just for that reason, in case we do draw 1-2-3. Meanwhile, Morikawa does advance the hand just a little bit. Unfortunately, Aragaki's just not quite anywhere near there. Their 3 is really good. Probably keep the 1 pin just for a little bit longer, just in case, but it's probably going to end up going because we just want to go for speed over value. We'll see what happens if the next draw is a 2 or 3 pin, though. Then there'll be a decision to make. No, 1 goes. The next draw would have had to have been 2 or 3 pin for that to even be even a question that we'd consider asking. Morikawa cutting away some of the shrapnel here. Once again, another hand drifting towards 7 pairs from Aragaki. I don't know how she feels about that. It never feels good to go for 7 pairs. This is a really interesting one away. I think we cut the one man or 2 man are both fine here. I'm going to cut the 1 man. Yep, makes sense. Guarantees Pinfu at the very least. Though he does have that sort of 2-5 dependency when we've got 2 of the 2s in our own hand. It's going to be slightly harder to draw into that one particular shape, which is fine. 1 away, still 1 away though. The 6 does not help us at all. Another pair for Aragaki. It is Dora 2, and we do have the pair of the dragons now. So it doesn't have to be 7 pairs. This is going to be Senpai. Choosing the 3-sided weight, very lucky. 2-5-8 in characters do it for our dealer here, Seto. Riichi Pinfu, 3-sided. Dora 1. All inside is definitely going to be a route that we could take for Morikawa, but it's probably just going to end up having to be a fold. The problem is there's no really safety for Morikawa. Unless I'm missing some tiles that just become Gendatsu. Yeah, Hazuki here does have not a whole lot of safety. He could play the East-East, but even that's kind of live right now. It is, in fact, live. It's an awkward reach from Seto here. And yeah, we are seeing, even with Dora 2, even with a pair of red dragons, the red dragons are the things we end up playing because it's the safest tile to discard. That's just too far away. Also, I'm noticing that there's a change to our display. Seto's hands lit up a little bit. Is that something I'm missing?
Wait.
Like her score has lit up a little bit of extra red. Is that just from the reach, or is that something else we've missed on the overlay?
I I think it's the background, maybe? I don't know what that is.
Interesting. Yeah,
thing.
I don't know. Don't know if they're just doing another bit of like another sort of accent when someone's in reach. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Either way, we'll just have to
possible.
pay attention next time someone else reaches. They might have changed how they do things. Morikawa is one away from an all-inside hand. Could theoretically try and shut down this reach. In the meantime, speaking of people who can shut this reach, technically Hazuki does have a hand that could get to Tempai. It's just a little bit of an ask. At the moment, I'm going to start doing a bit of counting, I think. The 258 is actually pretty bad looking because we see a lot of the tiles already being held by other players. Yeah, so my count is 7, which means that there are still 5 tiles left to draw to get the sumo here for our dealer reach. It's not as bad as I thought it was. 5 tiles is obviously less than you'd hope for when you're doing a 3-sided weight reach, but it's not bad. Could still see it get drawn in. 1 away now for Aragaki. But there's the 8!
Seto gets
Well,
it.
we do not flip her, but that's still going to be more than happy, in my opinion. You know, nothing wrong with a reach from Vidora.
HP for Tsumodora, 2600 from each player. She's
And
a
this is
stealer,
exactly
so
what
it's
Seto
yeah,
wants.
it's already more than a Mongon if well, with the reach stick coming back. Basically a non-dealer.
I do like Pinfu. It's it's my favorite Yaku. It's boring, but it does the job. You can just work up nice small wins.
It's a bread and butter sort of yaku.
Yeah, it's honest. So Seto's second dealership, opening with a pair of the Red Dragons, but otherwise, that's a lot of terminals and honors. 7, yeah, not enough. Do anything exciting, but we can always call the Red Dragon if it comes out. Maybe pair up another honor tile that has legs. It can go running. Looks a little bit better though for Morikawa here. Maybe even considering a Sanshoku in the 456 if we're very, very, very lucky. Long way away, but it's doable. Could be a question of who can build this. But Hazuki also potentially going for that 456 unless I misread. Now everyone has that chance. Just needing to draw those tiles in. Obviously, the little
Seto's
tiles.
score is not red anymore, so it does look like a reach addition to the display.
You have to
I don't
pay
think
more
I would have
attention
even
to it.
yeah, I wouldn't have even noticed if it weren't for you.
I always like because as someone who has made graphics for things like this before, bad as they are, very unprofessional as they
They
were
are
back in the
not
day.
absolutely not. No, thank you. They look great.
I've talked about before I ever did anything for WRC, but yes. But yeah, it's always kind of fun to see what other people do, how they do it, how it looks. Like, if I was running an event and I wanted to do graphics for it, how would I do it? Could I like steal some things they like? What works, what doesn't? It's always worth asking those
Yes,
questions.
good for looking. It's good to look for inspiration.
Hmm. Ooh, very good fill in here for our dealer. She's got the Red Dragon triplet, so her value's not going to be very high, but you know what? If you keep racking a Honba, nothing wrong with that. If you can keep winning and run out of time, 80 minutes, and then they finish the hand and play one more. You never know. We could be in these two for the rest of the game. I don't know. It could happen.
It could. Whenever like you have a game that ends uh still really early. I mean like it runs out of time before you get to all last. And sometimes on the East round even, I always wonder like, man, how long would that have gone on if there was no time limit? A little bit sad to me that we don't get to see how long can the game really go.
It is always interesting to see that sometimes, yeah. Also, welcome on in. I'm glad that we are here to help you out while you're at work.
Yes, I like to help people not do their jobs. Oh,
As
the
long as we're
slow
not
part
actually
of your work,
interfering,
that's
of
a
course.
perfect
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to be a reason anyone loses the job or anything like that. But yeah. It's absolutely. Hopefully, this will keep you excited as we keep seeing these exciting draws. Now, some of that 4 for 6 Sandshoku, it is definitely the route that we saw Morikawa actually try and take, and she's quite close. She's just 2 away. I know it sounds like a lot. It's actually a lot further away than it sounds, but 2 away from a nice 2-hand Yaku is never a bad thing. Always good to keep that in the back pocket, right? Always thinking like, can I make this happen? How to make this happen?
Yeah, most
But
people are like, it's not as far away as it sounds, but you're like, it's further away than it
yeah, no, exactly. Two exact draws is hard to make, but you never know, right?
There's,
You have
there's,
to
it's really hard to decide if your cup is half full or half with it. You sound very
to
positive about it, but then the words, I think, are not that positive.
to paraphrase something Harrison says, is it a mahjong dream or is it a mahjong nightmare? Is it, hey, this hand has so much potential, it could be great, or hey, this hand has so much potential, but it's not going to achieve any of it. I don't know.
All
Ooh.
nightmares are dreams, but not all dreams are nightmares.
Now, as I was saying, I was excited about this Sandshoku, but this is a Tenpai. It's not the Tenpai, but it is definitely a Tenpai. She's going to take it for now, but not reach. In case we do draw that 5, so the 4 of characters, adds 2 extra hand to the hand if we do draw it. So you see 2 right here, though, so it's not that likely to happen, but it could. There's still, I think, at least 1 or 2 out there. This is Pinfu, though. This might be where we just give up and just play the 4 out and reach. And that's exactly what we see. Bit of hesitation. Is this really the right thing I want to do? Yeah, let's go. So 5-8 will do it for reach Pinfu. Dora 1. And yeah, it just lights up red when they reach. Now, interesting. Fair enough.
Yeah, nice little touch.
Yeah. Unless the red is like when they're Tenpai, and it happens to be that they hit Tenpai and reach from the same turn. So we haven't noticed the difference between the two. I'm gonna have to pay attention from now on. But yeah, this Riichi has happened, and it's not feeling great for the next player in line, Aragaki, who has Dora 2, and therefore probably wants to push this hand, but also hasn't have anything safe, and it's still a little bit too far away.
I was talking before about individual the race going into these games. Excuse me. Uika Seto, who's our current dealer, is in 13th overall in the individual standings, but she only has 7 games, so this is the last game that she needs in order to qualify. It used to be a 10-game minimum, now it's just an 8-game minimum to qualify. Also, our player, Arisa Aragaki, is coming into this game was in 21st place. Also only had 7 games. So Aragaki is going to be looking to earn some extra points, and Seto would love to earn some, but the important thing for her is to not lose any because 21st is a bit more on the border, a lot closer to the border. I think it's like 27 make the playoffs in some way or another.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, 2 players fighting for their seat. Hopefully both will get it. Unless it comes at the cost of Mio, in which case I hope Mio gets it. We'll see how that goes in the next session. But yeah, interesting to see. It is currently the 2 players in first and second place. That second's a lot less secure though. I'm
Yeah,
not
right
sure.
around
Plus,
the border, it's a lot closer. I think Aragaki has 116.5 total coming into this game in 21st, and in 13th, Riko Seto has 160 points. So there's like 50 point first place, a whole first place difference between the two of them. but you go down to fourth. There's only a 3-point difference between Aragaki and the 24th place person.
Oh wow.
So she really has to win. Well, like I said, Seto has to mostly not lose, which is kind of the hardest thing to do in Mahjong is to not lose.
Yeah, for sure.
It's much easier to win than it is to not lose.
This will be tempo for Hazuki if she's willing to play the 6 or 9 of bamboo. I think that's actually no, that's okay, it's not safe, but how many sevens do we see? We see 3 sevens. There's one chance. Willing to go for it. Very late reach for 4-7. The 7 is a purable sequence as well. We've got the Dora of the 5 of bamboo. So 4-7 of dots versus 5-8 of dots. I don't think either of them are going to win, but it's going to be a very scary hand for both Aragaki and Seto, the two players who are trying not to lose. Speaking of, I think Seto is actually tempo right now. It's only waiting on the pair weight. It's not going to actually win, probably, but being tempo to get that tempo payment, keep the dealership going. There's value there. So
It's in a
3 players
draw.
tempo. It's going to be minus 1,000 from Aragaki to each of these 3 players. A swing of 4,000 points. Very significant. Poor Aragaki, she's gone from first place to last now.
True, but I think you're kind of glad to not have dealt in there at least.
That's true.
Just let me get away from all these tempais. Can try again with a new hand.
That's very true, yeah.
Seto will continue as dealer again.
And yeah, the gap is less than 8,000 points between you and a position or even 2 positions. That's just a Mangan. I know it sounds really easy to say, just build a Mangan, but it
I mean,
isn't.
generally when you're playing and what they watch in study sessions is a really good balance when you're aiming for hands is aim for a Mangan Sumo. So
Mhm.
you're going to build a hand that's about 3,900 points or 5,200 points. And that would be, it's concealed in Yutsumo, then that would be a Mangan.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it happens. I mean, Mangan is very, very common in these rules.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, usually I go for at least 3 hand is the minimum,
Yeah.
unless I'm trying to do something special or different. But yeah, if you can make a Mangan, make a Mangan. That is where you sort of be like, you know what, I could try and go for 12,000 points, but what 8,000 is good enough, you know? Especially from dealer. That is 12,000 points, and it's great. So yeah, as it stands though,
Exactly.
Seto does have a very good start here, keeping the chance of 6 of an 8 mixture sequence, but more than likely just going for all inside. One of the interesting things is that there's 2 Homba, 2 Riichi 6 on this hand, so 2,000 extra points to whoever wins this one. Very significant part for the players in the second to fourth right now. So sometimes maybe it's better to go cheap but fast. We're going to see probably possibly a very early Riichi from Hazuki there. I believe she's already one away. Not necessarily any value, unless we get 3 Kisil triplets, but again, with that amount of money, but that amount of points in the pot, there's no money involved. Definitely worthwhile just to go all in. Is she tempo or she went away now? I had to quickly check that again. It wasn't quite sorted when I looked. Speaking of Sanshoku, we do have Morikawa currently go for the 1-2-3. Does happen quite a lot when you're going for a mixture sequence, and it ends up tending to be on the outside of hands. I don't quite know why it always ends up being the outside, but it does tend to be that way. And yeah, it's just 1 away currently for Hazuki, but probably going to be a 2-sided weight no matter which way we look at it. May not be much value, but with, let's say, 2,600 points in the pot, it's going to be very exciting. Also, a really important fill for dealer Seto here. Drawing the 6 of an 8 makes this hand so much better than it was before. This is a really interesting situation, though, for Morikawa. She's going to keep the 1-2-3 pin, partly because the 1 pin is Dora, partly because of the Sanshoku. Probably end up giving up on the Sanshoku there because we have that 2-2-3, and the 2 of characters is probably our pair in this hand. So as we see right here, oh no, it'll be the next player. But as we see right here, we're probably going to just build Pinfu instead of Sanshoku. Also, did I not mention the fact that I was saying that Hazuki's hand was cheap, but she's actually got Dora too. Sometimes you missed the really obvious stuff.
Or
She definitely
two
has.
never really defined as cheap, but
Yeah, sometimes it's the really obvious stuff, like just sometimes you got the Dora and you just didn't notice that. And that is going to be 10 by 2, so she's going to absolutely reach this. It's not just about the pot, it's about reach Dora 2. Nothing wrong with that. 3-hand minimum, possibly 4 before we flip her. Of course, destroy itself. It's a good weight too. 4-7 of. Is it 4-7 of bamboo? No, it's not 4-7 of bamboo. That's what we see right here, in fact. To see what the weight was once more. But it was a 3-6. I think it was 4-4-5, right? That we had as our final shape when we cut the 4. So it's time to do a bit of counting. See how many of our tiles we have left. I think it might
sand
be.
already.
Sorry.
I just threw a 3 and a 6 in the sand, and 1 in the sand.
Yeah, exactly. Although this
And I'm
could
just
be
floating
bad.
here.
I don't see Seto playing the 6. No, she's going to play it nice and defensively. So yeah, by my
Certainly
count, we
not
have.
yet.
Yeah,
I
true.
wonder what happens if we see a 2 character draw.
That's not it, but
Oh,
that's almost as. Would have been a 3-star weight had we kept the 8, but not just yet. No, just cutting things down. Maybe even trying to build a Sanshoku. Cutting that 6-7-8 to a 5-6-7. Maybe we can work it down and get a sequence around that 6 of bamboo that we don't want to play. Although there is 3 tiles for Hazuki's reach to land here. We're seeing Morikawa just saying, "Nope, I'm out of this one. You guys have fun."
he's out of the sand.
Yeah. Honestly, very valid when your hand's just not quite there. You don't see the Dora. Really exciting if you manage to win. Obviously, 3 Riichi 6 down. That is going to be 3,600 points. Whoever wins this one. But we'll have to see. Looking at Aragaki's hand here, it just looks too far away for me, in my opinion. Yeah, we're going to see a little bit of. It's the 8 Genbutsu. It is Genbutsu, yeah. So a little bit of very solid defensive play. Not taking any risks. No real need to. But the 6 comes out. We finally got that good weight. Deals into this hand. And we flip an Uradora, so reach Dora 3. But more importantly, well, I say more importantly, also importantly, the 3,000 points in that pot.
Yeah, puts it almost up to a Hanemon value from the 8,000 Mangan win.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it's not the end of the world for Seto, right? Obviously, she's still in second place, but not the greatest situation to go from a very nice first to a pretty tough second. As we move on to E3, Hazuki's now dealer. She's in the lead. Does she have any chance of, if she gets a really good win here, does she have any chance of getting into that individual final, or is she
Hazuki?
having a bit of trouble? Yeah.
My instinct is that she does with the, I haven't, let me go ahead and bring up her
Okay.
total.
Either way, that she wants to get as big of a dealer rampage as she can right now. One big win obviously helps. A few big wins in a row definitely would. She has that pair of Easts, but not much else. Looking at the rest of the table, we haven't. Oh, again, more people thinking maybe think about that 1-2-3 Sanshoku. Maybe not. Hazuki actually, I say she doesn't have much else, but she's building a good hand here.
I
We do have that
think
reliance on the
she,
East, but
I think she will need a lot of score. I think she's actually not in a great position right
okay.
now to make the finals, but I mean,
Okay.
most people, even if you're minus 100, you're within like 4 first places of having a
Yeah.
shot. So, uh,
As it stands, if the game were
uh,
to end right now, she'd be getting plus 41. So that's, that gets some of the way to covering that
yeah,
gap for sure.
absolutely, absolutely.
Either way, I do like seeing a comeback, so it would be nice to see a player who wasn't expecting to have a shot at finals have a shot in the end.
I think
Yeah,
she's
once
about minus 110 or so, maybe 120
okay.
going into this game.
So it's not going to be easy, but it's definitely not impossible. Okay, especially with potentially 6 games left to go as well.
Yeah. And these are there's 2 people that are already, like, in the range of the playoffs right now, so bringing them down to negative would actually be a big, contribution to whether she can make it or not.
That's very true. Yeah. I'm going to cheer on I'm going to cheer on Hazuki, if only because it means that Mia has an easier task next session. if Aragaki loses. Is that a really mean way of reason to cheer for someone? I think it is. Maybe I shouldn't. Um, Either way, though, she does have the pair of the East, which could be double East. The rest of the hand's shaping up very nicely too. We've got maybe three pairs is kind of one too many, unfortunately. Could go for the all inside route at the East, choosing to keep the East because it's worth 2 hands if we could triple it up. Did also see a call, I believe, was it from Seto? Have to see what that was again. I think it was Yakuhai, who's just going to be trying to do whatever they can to shut this down. Oh no, we're going for the outside hand here, with Dora potentially as well. Yeah, calling the 789 of darts there. I think it's perfectly fine, especially when 9 is the indicator and we see a lot of them out already. To just secure that Yaku. Does lock you in a little bit though. May also force you to discard a lot of the inside tiles. Sure, she's got a very good read for when things suddenly get very dangerous though, so we'll see when she decides to say, that's enough. In the meantime, yeah, getting rid of this double dependency on the 5 of darts. Still really hoping to see that East. We haven't seen any of them yet. Oh, and the perfect draw for Seto. Pairing up the Dora, 1 away now for her outside hand. It's been a while since I've talked about Dave, but somewhere he's smiling. Pro just is trying to build Chanta. That's not the 2
Ooh,
we want though. Yeah, give it back.
and right now.
Ooh, this won't come out. Actually, no, this isn't coming out. It's going to be stored away. It puts Seto 1 away from Tenpai. Speaking of being 1 away from Tenpai, actually no, it's still not 1 away. And we are for Hazuki. She just is depending on that East, which hasn't even been drawn by anyone yet. They're still in the wall somewhere. Have to see what ends up happening though. A 5 doesn't get us there. Don't even need to reach, I guess. There's still sorry, they don't even need to call the East. We can still theoretically build pin foe. That is a pin through where the pair is a Yakuai, so it doesn't actually count as anything. Reach only is what it is.
My favorite chiralism.
I was proud of that one.
Yes,
Genuine
yes.
fake pin fu. But theoretically, if we do end up drawing something else, we could go for the 2-sided weight and just get reach only. It would be kind of sad. This is what I was talking about, and that's what we're seeing. Exactly what we're seeing. So it looks like pin fu, but it's actually not because the pair is the East. I call it pin fo
Well,
because
that's
it's fake.
double East, so this is a double fakey.
Double fake, exactly. Unfortunately, that does mean we miss out on 2 hand of value, but Tenpai is Tenpai, and as dealer, I do not see any reason not to take this reach. I would take this reach. Can always flip the Eridora, and it's going to put some pause to everyone else that might have to slow their hand down a little bit. Playing a Suji. Actually, no, it's Skimbits. It's the first discard. This is not going to slow this hand down, though. Now, Seto's Tenpai, she's just going to take that Tenpai, choosing to Dama. This is a real Pinfu. But the Sumo comes along. Did we flip her? We did, in fact, grab one. So, reach Dora. Nothing too special, but as dealer, not a bad thing. Extends the lead just a little bit. Wait, did I miss something? Hang on, what did I miss? I didn't see this being a Mangan. What did I miss? Hang on. It's just reached Sumadora, right? Did I miss another door hiding away somewhere?
I missed it as well. Let me check my poor man's replay.
I think it was just reach Sumadora. It wasn't in Patsu, unless I'm wrong about that. I took more than 1 turn. Don't quite know how that was dealing Mangan, but
I think there was a Sanshoku in there.
oh, that would
No?
explain a lot.
No,
The one
that's
time I don't mention Sanshoku is the one time it was actually there.
no,
Oh
it's
no, I'm a
not a
fake.
Sanshoku. It's one off of a Sanshoku.
Okay.
What in the world?
Hmm.
That
Yeah, my
is.
count was 3 Han, not 4. Huh, never mind.
I see. I only see a Tsumo. And yeah, one Ura. I don't know.
Okay, well,
It was
in
almost
that,
Sanshoku. Maybe she got an almost Sanshoku point.
you know what? I wish that was a Yaku. That'd be so fun. Either way, though, if it is a mistake, we'll see it get corrected by the people afterwards, I'm
Oh, it's
sure.
Ipatsu. It was
It was
Ipatsu.
Ipatsu. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
First tile draw. In that
All
case,
right. I got it before
that's
the
that has
chat. Before the chat taught me.
to. All
I'm so
right,
used
so
to Ipatsu being taken away by a call.
you're getting it
It's nice
in
to see
one
dreams
shot.
come true sometimes.
Honestly, yeah, that's a huge that one extra hand of value for especially as dealer. Shot that hand up so much. That and of course the Uradora. Also, what this does seem to be a hand about this specific hand seems to be about whether Seto is able to cash in her value. She's got, I believe, Dora 2, pair of Yakuhai, and a bunch of pairs. Just in general, she wants to go 7 pairs as an option. I will say probably want to call the Green Dragon, but maybe not anymore. I'm not sure. We'll see. If we draw one more pair, we definitely don't anymore. So there is the question: when do you go for 7 pairs? When do you go for anything else? And usually for me, when I've got a pair of Yakuhai, that's when I try not to go 7 pairs. But we don't see this called, so it is a hard commit to 7 pairs. But yeah, the amount of times when I've got a Yakuhai, I'm like, okay, I lose a bit of value, but at least I get the Yakuhai, so it's like I lose 2 but gain 1. So it's only really losing 1 hand of value, and as long as it speeds me up, I'm okay with that. But not this time. So good luck to you drawing your final pair. We do have this flush, but it's a bit far away for Morikawa. It does feel like a long shot with all those little bits of shrapnel to clear away. Still no. When life gives you nothing but really bad Mazu tiles, I guess you build yourself a full flush. And it is obviously going to be 5 hand open if we can get the full flush without using any of those honor tiles. If we can actually clear them away without pairing up any of them, would be a very nice thing to see, for sure. Slightly better 1 away now for, so we're 2 away now for our dealer Hazuki. And that 1 is kind of awkward, yeah. Calling it does kind of advance the hand a little bit, but then we've got that sort of 2-4 left over. It's maybe we don't want to keep that too long. Pair missed, unfortunately, for dealer for Seto there, going for her 7 pairs or a 2.
No, it's not a happy all pairs hand for me. I guess what all pairs hand is happy for me, not but
7 pairs is happy for me when I get the Ipatsu on someone. It does happen, you know. You can plan around it. Be like, okay, I'm laying down this trap. I know that
Yeah,
when I play this and I reach, you're going to play this 9. I have a feeling. And then it happens. You're like, yeah, I'm so clever.
it is
But,
too Dora, but like there's just so many middle tiles in there.
yeah. No, I think you're right. I think I might have considered calling the Green Dragon when it came out, just to
I
try
think
and
that
speed it up. And
yeah, it seems like she's not even really committed to trying to win the hand that much. Oh, that's Tempai.
yeah, we didn't get the full flush, but it's still going to be half flush door 1. I guess
And if
half
she
flush
can
door
get the
1
east,
east
yeah,
for
that would
lucky.
be.
It's almost as good as the full flush. Speaking of the really long shot for Hazuki, could be building Itsu if we draw the 2 and the 7 pin, but not that likely, especially this late into the hand. Similar kind of situation as well for Aragaki, but either way, both of them just kind of stalled out a little bit. There's the 7 though. Okay, choosing instead to just. I would have played the 2 pin. I would have got all in on that side on that Itsu chance. I'm not gonna lie. I'm too aggressive, clearly. But either way, 1 away as well for Aragaki. And now we've got the wonderful 2-4-6-8. Do we appreciate the shape? No. We get rid of the 2. Having a 4-6-8 is actually not bad though. It is two types of tiles that we can accept in to build a sequence. Nothing wrong with that. This 4 is not what we want, sadly, either for the 7 pairs hand though. Could swap the things out at the last minute. We've only seen one of the greens be played, right? So there's still a chance we end up pulling the second one at the very last minute and maybe sneaking to Tempai. Nah, going all in on the 7 pairs plan. Meanwhile, this. I think there are 0 tiles left for the. Oh, there's still the east, right? There are no 2 mans out there for the 2-man east pairway. But I think there are still 2 easts because I think east has been played yet by anyone. So you never know. The half flash could
Discard
still
on the
win.
left. Maybe Aragaki has discarded one of these. It's a chi by
Oh, there is one
Hazuki
from
for
Aragaki. You're right.
Tempai. I think a Noyaku Tempai.
Mm. Worth fighting for, though. That could be
This
a
Tempai is
swing
tough.
of 4,000.
Reach by Aragaki. Just 1 draw left.
I do appreciate the gusto. The
Oh,
idea of
that
saying,
would be Sumo-ish if Hazuki had a Yaku, but she does not. Just trying to hold on to her dealership with that Tempai shape.
hmm,
Oh, Seto draws a third Dora, but luckily she can just fold out safely.
unfortunately, it is still going to be a 4,000 point swing on all 3 other players, minus 3,000, 1,000 for everyone else.
Yeah, happened to Aragaki before this time happens to Seto.
Absolutely. She's still in second, though. It's just a much tougher job now to defend the second. It's a lot closer than it needed to be. I say, I don't think there's any way she could have won that hand other than maybe getting lucky with calls, but keeping closed, that hand was never going to complete. Just did not get lucky enough.
I think we've passed the halfway mark for the timer on this game, but we are definitely not halfway through the game as far as if we want to play the whole thing.
Honestly, it definitely has been one of those games that just feels like sudden death for at least 3 of the people on this table. Although, having said that, it felt the same way earlier when Seto had the massive lead. So, one big deal in can change everything, as we saw in East 2. So, yeah. How's Hazuki going to do with her dealership here? It's looking pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Bit of an awkward dependency on the 2 of characters and the 3 of dots. But we are seeing maybe a chance of going for the outside hand, maybe going for the 1-3 Sanshoku. So we're going to take the slightly less efficient route, but way more value if it does land. Interesting. I never go for outside hands. So wait, no, it's not even an outside hand because we've got the 5-6 pin. I take it back. So it's just very interesting. We see we kept the 5 of bamboo first. I would probably not have done that, but could pay off. Just because of that chance of the sand shocker, I guess. I just think that was one of situations where I don't value it as highly as the pro player does. But this is still going to be one away. How much does he value the sand shocker? I think you have to get rid of the two bamboo now, don't you? Yeah, okay, good. One away though. For a very quick reach, possibly waiting on that 1 pin that we do see is hiding in Morikawa's hand. It could be a very quick deal in for Morikawa if Hazuki can get stand by quickly enough. That's not it though. Okay, the 1 pin is out. It's safe. Not gonna be a ticking time bomb anymore. Another pair here for Seto, but not really what we want to be doing. Going for the all inside route instead, perfectly fine. And there's your backfire on that initial 5 of bamboo drop. We have drawn the 5-6-7 and had to discard it. A little bit unfortunate. First plus the template is going to be Aragaki waiting on the 4 pin for, I believe, all inside door 1. I think there could be a chance of Sanshoki, but I think we're a little bit far away from it. Let's check that one again, though. Yeah, if we draw the 3 of bamboo, we will have the Sanshoki for an extra 1 hand, but it's not there yet. Either way, what can anyone else do to stop this? How many 4s do we see? I think it's still pretty live, right? I think there still might be 4 tiles out there that do the job. Oh, no, there's 2 right there. So it's only a 2 tile wait, but a nice early tempai. 7 doesn't do it. We're looking for the 3 to add extra value to this hand. The 3 of bamboo would be a huge draw. So their ideal is still 1 away. So situation, oh no, it's not quite. Morikawa's still got a long ways to go, sadly.
Bamboo or 3-peen even. 3-peen would be another Dora.
Definitely works.
That'd be yeah, it'd be all right.
Yeah.
Take it. Reach, waiting for the 3-peen as well.
Speaking of, yeah, exactly.
So you see 1 in each of the 2 players' hands. The tempai player here, and she's just going for it. He's not going to. Oh, there's a 3 bamboo that Aragaki wants as well.
The 6 of bamboo is safe, at least, to the reach. So it wasn't a complete crazy push. We'll see Morikawa folding out. But yeah, this is 2 very hard to win tempais. One was dealer reach though, so
And I think Seto's gonna be stuck, not even able to aim for tempai again here. Maybe she can aim for a Doratanki?
yeah, that's definitely an option. When you've got a tile you can't play, even just end up waiting on a pair weight on it. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do. It feels really bad. Speaking of, still 2 away, but actually only 1 way after we make a discard, but choosing the 7 pairs route. Don't think it's that likely to win, but at least it removes 1 tile that we can have Hazuki went on. Actually, how many? Are there only 3s left? Is it just? I think there's 1 left, right? Yes, there's still 1 tile left for this reach here.
Left in the wall.
This is an interesting draw. We know two bamboo is safe. We also have maybe an inkling that the one might be safe as well, because we see all the twos at this point. So it rules out the 2-3 shape at least. Yeah, that's where you're going to see the one get played from Seto. She only saw one of them.
Wait,
There's at least
comes.
one unaccounted for. This,
She gets the last 3 p.m.
yeah, you only need one, right? That's how it works. Sometimes when
Absolutely.
you only have a one tile wait, you will still draw it. And that's great. It's one of the reasons why Mahjong's so fun. Even if your Riichi is terrible, even if you're for E10, there's still a chance, usually, of you drawing in and getting those points. Also, wow, this is looking pretty dire for the rest of the players on this table, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, Hazuki said I'm being dealer forever.
Yeah. I made a joke about this, but I didn't expect it to actually happen. Ooh, it's not a bad opening set of tiles here either. Okay, not as good. Now we've seen that. We've got the 3-5-7. Definitely can make that work. Drew the 3-4-5 pin. That's always a nice thing to see at the same time. Could maybe go for the 3-4-5 sand shocky. That's a lot of things this could be. But how many things is it actually? We'll find out. 3 pairs, not enough to go for 7, in my opinion, especially when the sand shocky is looking at you there. Just need the 3, the 5 of bamboo, and then the 4 of characters. 3 perfect draws. What are the odds of that? More likely you think, but also not that likely. In the meantime, that 7 is very useful. It lets us sort of, if we so choose, confirm the 7 of characters as our pair. And that does help with the 3-4-5 as well. Although we do need to now draw the 4. There's no sort of drawing a 6 and getting out of it. At least it's not going to be as easy to do that if that does end up happening. Still, let's look around the rest of the table. Pair of East, we're still in the East round, so Morikawa can triple that up. She's also potentially got all triplets as well, given that she has 2 other pairs and a triplet just lying in the hand.
What happens when you have a chance at all triplets? Generally, if you haven't called, you have a chance at 4 concealed triplets as well.
I'm really salty about Focus of Triplets recently. I got
I know.
Sama, obviously, because of the World Regional Team League. I've been Tenpai Focus of Triplets like 6 times. I have won none of them in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I've been Tenpai playing Akamon so many times.
It's playing Sama in Mahjong Fight Club SP yesterday and won a Kokushi. And
Congratulations.
then also Tempai'd 4 concealed triples, did not win that one. It's company. I just had to get my little Kokushi win brag in there.
Either way, congratulations on getting the Yakuman. I wish I had. I've been Tenpai so many Yakuman in the World Reach Online Team League. I haven't won any yet. Maybe I'm pushing too hard. I'm not sure. It's probably a skill issue on my part, but it's always interesting to think about that. Like, why am I not building these hands? But yeah, that's Sama for you, though. It's always kind of fun and also frustrating in equal measure, depending on whether you're getting lucky or not. But anyway, more about the Mahjong we're seeing right now. It's not that chance of the East here. North Side Dora, we do have one player with one of the Dora. The rest are unaccounted for. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens if someone else draws a Dora, especially late into the hand when we haven't had any played by anybody. Obviously, right here, Seto can use it, especially with her building the dragons here. Hazuki might be the first person to Tenpai, though, and if she does decide to reach, that's going to change the board, I think, quite a lot. Either people are going to be sick and tired of her winning and are going to push into it anyway, or everyone's going to just fold. That's been a very defensive table, though. I think we've had some very good defensive play. If Seto does end up drawing, interesting. Because we already cut the one earlier, so it was a Furuten shape. I take it back. Okay, that's interesting as well. Morikawa here with the Dora. I could see her playing it, but we are mid-row 2. We haven't seen any Dora played yet. So the obvious assumption is to assume someone's got a pair. That's like the obvious thought. It doesn't always happen, and in fact, this time it doesn't apply at all. But it's obviously the thing you think, right? Speaking of Tenpai, this is a Tenpai for our dealer Hazuki. And she's going to go reach despite the reach stick on the table already from Aragaki. She's waiting on, I believe, was it the 3-sided 147 of characters? Let's check that one again. Very nice draw for Morikawa as well, but we have that north now. That live Dora to 2 Riichis. I don't think you ever play it. So we're going to go the slightly slower route, play 9 of bamboo, and maybe if we're lucky and draw the north, we could maybe attack, but otherwise we're out of this one. Same situation for Seto. She has to fold. She's very, very disciplined. I've noticed that Seto is likely to go into full defense quite often on this table, I've noticed. If I'm ever playing her, I should probably try and take advantage of that fact. There are definitely names I recognize. This is still on Senpai. And we've still got the problem with this north.
Yeah, that those pesky north doors always get in the way, I feel like.
It's always the case, isn't it? And it's a wind that usually no one can use, or a wind that only one player can use, but still, you're just like, I want to win with it, but also I don't want to be taking those risks. Because it's the kind of thing that I would wait on. I absolutely, if I had the chance to wait on the north, I would, probably. Because you always have that one person who's like, no, I don't think anyone's waiting on this. I'll play Adora. It's not your wind. Why would you wait on this? The north comes out. And that makes it safe for everyone else. Which means everyone's now back in the game. Well, at the very least, Morikawa's back in the game. Might be a little bit too late for Seto, sadly. She had to dismount one of her best shapes. And yeah, Morikawa's still out. That 4 characters just sort of ruins the hand a little bit. Would have been safe, but not worth taking the risk. So that's all about that 147. 4 would have actually dealt in, so it's a good point to fold with for Morikawa. Same thing applies to this 1 of characters as well. I just quickly count out how many tiles are in the 147 reach, because it's probably not as many as I think it is, sadly. Yeah, no. It's still 5 tiles, actually. It's not that bad for the 3-sided weight, but it's not as exciting as it could be, right? When you think you're going to have a potential 12, to only have 5 of those 12 still alive.
Not even half. But
Not even
5 is
half,
a pretty
exactly.
good number, I think, at this time in the
That's true. It's still pretty good.
hand.
It is absolutely still pretty good. It's better than the 6. It's got about the maximum of the 6 is going to be 4. So yeah, it's better than that no matter what. But it probably isn't going to win. That's one of them. But we are in full fold mode for Morikawa, so it's going to be just Tenpai for Hazuki and Aragaki. 1,500 points to each of them. But more importantly, we're still in these 3. We're still in these 3.
Still is 3, yes. We are.
Hazuki has built a jail for us, and we are here. Honestly, it's not a jail. It's more like a gladiator arena. No one can leave. And we're watching from the sidelines going, yeah, get him.
I wonder what would happen if a gladiator arena had an 80-minute timer. And then once the
That's a
80
good
minutes
question.
is up. Okay, 1 more hit.
Yes, the next person who lands a hit, and then 1 more. Would be interesting. For sure. I will say Hazuki's opening hand here is not quite as good as it was before. It's still pretty good, but she's got a little bit more work to do. This isn't as free as the previous hands, so maybe this might be our last E3. We'll have to see if anyone else has started better. This is not bad either for Morikawa. A very strong start for Aragaki, though. Not necessarily valuable, but definitely could build pin for you if we make that 1-1-1-2 into 1-1-1-2-3. Otherwise, just a nice quick reach. There's nothing wrong with that, especially when you are in last place. Always have the chance of Ipatsu, always have the chance of Sumo, always have the chance of Uridora. And we did draw the 3 of Bamboo. See something like that 4 of pin pair, but Aragaki could speed this one out. I think we do want to keep that 5 here just because it's a really good floater, and the hand is probably going to be reach only. But if we make that 5 of Bamboo into a sequence, especially if we can have it connect to the 1-1-1-2-3, have a 3-sided sequence. Or we could pair up the 9 of Bamboo instead and be 1 away from a really bad weight, but 1 away nonetheless. Actually, no, it's not be that bad a weight. It's only a bad weight if we draw the 1 or 4 of Bamboo. Otherwise, it will be 1-4 and then the pair that we have left over. Okay, bit of an upgrade here. Question we have to ask ourselves is it worth keeping the 2-2-4 over the 5? Okay, choose to get rid of it. So now, nice 1 away. Ideal draw, we draw in the 3 of dots. I mean, should probably not overlook other people right now. I've been focusing entirely on one player. My apologies. But they are the one who's closest to tempo right now, unless I'm missing something. We're getting closer here from Seto's perspective, but she's still 1 away. If she draws the 4 of dots, though, it will be Pinfu, I think. So there is a bit of value there. At the very least, it'll be a good weight.
Morikawa's stand is just feels so desperate to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things stuck together, but they don't make good shapes, and the better things are not coming. Just more of the worst things are coming.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes when you have, maybe I shouldn't run on that the formula as a commentator, but when you have nothing good to say about a certain hand, maybe I don't want to say anything at all. Still, though.
I feel very.
Yeah, like it could maybe be 7 pairs or something like that. I mean, it's only got 3 pairs this late in, but I always want to try and find a silver lining. It's just really hard to find that silver lining. Hazuki's hand's actually doing quite nicely though. While I was messing around and not talking too much about her, she's only 1 away right now, and potentially even could build Itsu. Would be 2 away from the Itsu, but there's value in Hazuki's hand, as well as just being 1 away for a normal standard reach. And given how we've seen players, we've seen Seto fold. I don't think we've seen Aragaki or Morikawa fold. But in theory, if you get a nice early reach, we'll see. We'll see. Even the way it's bad, I've noticed that we've had at least 1 player here choose to play it safe. That 7 pin is not going to do it. And everyone is just sort of stalling out a little bit. The east is safe, but also not completely useless. As good as a safe tile, though. So it's going to be kept over the south, which has now been proven to be a safe tile. But everyone's just kind of stalled out a little bit. That is a useful draw, but not like super useful. Yeah, no. I hope someone gets a breakthrough at some point in the future. Many people are almost there. Another
The
pair where
17
we were to actually go for 7 pairs, but no.
that 7 pin draw for the sound is like, what would you a good like, it looks like a good what would you discard question, but it's just kind of, why bother?
Yeah.
What would
No,
you
I think
dis-
that's fair. Slight upgrade for our dealer Hatsuki, turning the 7-9 into a 6-7. Okay, bit of value potentially on this side. We have the chance of that pure orbital sequence. It depends on the 5 though, which is such a hard thing to draw in. But it's an extra hand if Aragaki does get
Extra
lucky enough to
hand.
draw the 5.
I mean, the instinct is to cut away from the upper Sozu, but and that's what she'll do. Starting
Yeah,
with the 7, which just passed one time before, but Seto can't let the second one go, and then she'll take Tenpai with no Yaku.
exactly. Well, we are at the end of row 3, so it makes sense. We finally get Tempai from Hatsuki. She's going to reach. It's another fake
Yes,
spin through though. But Hatsuki managed to get a Ilamangan from a reach only, or what we thought was a reach only. It ended up being Ipatsu Aradora Sumo. So there it is. Oh my. Okay. Oh my. Wait. Yeah. Oh my. Ipatsu Aradora Sumo, huh? Hatsuki. Second verse, similar to the first, but even better. Oh my. Well, reach Ipatsu Sumo Ura 2. Doesn't matter if the pair in our hand is Yakugai. It
and
ends
Seto
up being
is
the
just like,
Urador.
did you see the look on Seto's face? She's like, again?
Yeah, I know.
It looked like a deep sigh.
No, that's, yeah, exactly. Very fair. I would be feeling the same way, I'm not going to lie. Especially when I am the player who's got a massive lead and I just want one game where things don't go wrong. And this is the game, you know? It's like, oh.
Yeah.
She's doing everything right. She's in second place. She's defended perfectly. She hasn't dealt in, apart from that one time in East 2. But when she dealt in, I don't think it was really a mistake. She had a very good hand herself and just pushed it. And sometimes that's what it is, right? You've got a good hand. You end up deciding to take that risk because it's a good gamble. It doesn't pay off. Hatsuki opening up with Dora 1 with a pair of the East Yakai, so double East for her. She managed to get it. Okay, not the only person with Yakai though. We have the triplet of the Green Dragon here. Not a lot of value elsewhere though. And I do see the East coming out from Aragaki, so we might see double East Dora for Hatsuki very soon.
Every time I think of that lamb chop song, did you ever see the lamb chop puppets?
I think so, yeah.
They had the song that never ends, and I always think this is the
Ah,
Oyabon that never ends.
having said that though, okay, I was thinking maybe going for 3-5 Sanshoku for Morikawa, but no, just going pure efficiency, get her that 3-5 shape. I might have kept it a little bit, but Hatsuki's already called that double East, so I definitely don't blame anyone for just trying to speed this hand along. Now, this is tough, because obviously the 7 pin is Dora. We've already opened the hand, so we don't mind opening again. Okay, she's going to cut the 4-5, which is interesting. Gives the off chance of the outside hand, if we get the 7-8-9 instead of the 5-6-7. And we get the 9 of bamboo, of course. So it's going to be quite a few things that need to happen to make that work. Oh, and also we need to change it to... No, I'm wrong about the outside hand. That's just not going to happen. But
Mahjong is made of the wins and losses
mm,
are divided off chances, I think. So it's important to recognize them and then also give up on them.
yes. Here we have our dealer here. Seto's doing her best to build a good hand. She's so close. But everyone on this table is going to see the 2 calls. Maybe we'll be thinking about just trying not to take any huge risks. We'll see. We'll see. Good upgrade for Aragaki, but it's maybe just a little bit too far away. I'm not sure. And yeah, Seto and Hazuki are currently locking each other out with the pair of the White Dragon each. There's only 4 of each tile, so when we see all 4 of them around, that means no one's going to make a triplet. Obviously, Hazuki doesn't need to make a triplet of the White Dragon. She can always call the 2 pin instead, and have that be the pair. So yeah, everyone's going to be looking at Hazuki's 2 calls, thinking, okay, you've made 2 calls. You have to assume you're 1 away, right? At the very least. Maybe ready already. We'll have to see. Still not quite there yet, though. This hand here is also 1 away, but still not quite there.
What is it? What's it?
This is 10
A 7.
pie. Yeah,
I'm waiting for 7 and 3.
it is. Yes.
Oh wait, no, there's no 7s. Wait,
I think it's 7-3.
you said 4 7s.
Oh, maybe it's 4-7. Is the
7.
7 being a trip pair? Wait, hang on. Let's have a look at this.
I think it's a
I know the weight does look pretty
maybe just a
horrific.
3. Maybe just a 3.
Yeah, no, it is. It's 7-3, but we've got all 4 of the 7s in hand. Yeah, because it's 4 5 5 6 7 7 8 9 7 7 3 3. So the 7s and the 3s need to be a
So
triplet.
4 will work as well, right? 4,
Oh
7.
yeah, so okay, yes,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, 4-7-3. Yes, so the 4 will do.
So it's a
Very true.
weird Entotsu, the chimney weight.
Not as bad as I first thought.
There are some 4s out already, though.
Hmm.
See, 1 to the left, 1 here, and also 1 in the hand here. So 4 isn't great. 3 isn't great. Is all gone.
Yep. No, actually, that's the 1 remaining 4, and it will deal in with an just one Dora. So we are finally leaving East 3. Hazuki will end up dealing in to a relatively cheap hand, but there are 5 Homba, so 1,500 extra points. It's not that important for Hazuki, but it's going to be very important for Aragaki. Those Homba. Wait, hang on. Did I? Oh, yeah, of course. It's the Riichi stick. It's the 1,000 there in the discrepancy of scores. So we move on to East 4 with Aragaki now in the lead, but it is a tightrope between second place and
Finally,
4th.
or finally at East 4.
We've escaped.
Can you
How long will
imagine
be in
having
East
only
4?
9,300 points and you're only 2,600 away from second place? Like, you only need. Oh wait, as dealer, you can't get 2,600, so you could get 20. You need a little bit more than 2,000, but basically just 2 Han and you can take second place.
Yes.
It's a very, very interesting point position that you don't see very often.
It's also just kind of depressing, when second place is still a -10 almost, a -8.6.
Yeah,
Like, how can I get second place and I lose points? What? That's not nice.
really not nice at all.
Either way, though, Aragaki with the pair of the Easts definitely could build a quick hand here. I don't think anyone's going to go cheap, though. I think people are going to go for a little bit more value. I know the scores are really close, but it's still the East round, unless we're getting close to the end of the timer, in which case maybe then just trying to get an early lead in case the timer runs out could be valuable. We do have our first tempo, of course, from Seto, waiting on the 2 of characters. She only needs 1,300 to overtake, so I definitely get the aggression to go for some quick value. It is just reach. Sorry, it is just Yakai only though. She did cut the door earlier, but that makes sense. Wouldn't have got the tempai if she'd kept it. So absolutely, we could see this 2 come out from Aragaki too. So Seto could be sneaking into first place here with a direct hit on Aragaki. If the 2 comes out, likewise, Hazuki could also steal this with the 6-9 weight. In fact, I think it's going to happen right now. Just going to be taking some points back from. Did I miss the suit? The 6-9 was in? Was it 6-9 bamboo? Okay, it might have been 6-9 bamboo.
It's a really good build-up. No, it's 6-9. Does she not have a Yaku?
Oh, she doesn't have
Maybe.
Yaku.
Yeah,
Wait,
she
she doesn't
needs
have Yaku.
the 6.
So she's trying to build the Sanshoku. I see. Yeah. 6 to 7 8 mixture sequence. If she does get that 6, would be a little bit of extra value. Not a lot, but it's definitely not nothing.
Morikawa has no use for a second Dora. Goes right out of the hand. She wants to just try and I don't know. It feels like there's not very much time left. She has to get some points more than continuing as dealer. But I guess the first priority is just to get into second place, possibly.
Yeah, I can see that.
Aragaki does not want to let that happen, and she pawns into Tempai, but it
Deals
deals
in.
into Seto.
So good news for Seto getting back into second place. Still going to be a very rough second place, sadly. But second place, much better situation than being in third. As you can see from these score calculations, I think it was like 20 points, something like that, I think. Maybe it's been 30 points. So the positions are definitely worth fighting for. Can Seto get back into the positives as we go into South 1? We are far more than halfway through this game, but we'll see if Aragaki can actually take things back. Opening up with 4 pairs is usually when I'm starting to think, okay, I can try and go for 7 pairs. It's worth thinking about at least. I definitely want to try and maybe plan my first few discards to at least have a route where I go 7 pairs. Speaking of, we have 3 here. Not enough to go for it, but
I think we're running out of time. I mean, we're definitely running out of time, but I think we're maybe on the last hand or maybe one more after this.
okay. So maybe we don't want to go 7 pairs. Maybe this is where sudden death is the thing. We just want to get any win. We don't need to go for a very valuable win. Or a maybe.
Just get into second place.
Yeah. Speaking of value, though, on Seta's perspective, we could go going for that Itsu, that pure straight 1 to 9, the same suit. I think we're missing 2 or 3 from that. It's a long shot, but it would be a good way of shooting ahead, securing that second, and maybe cashing out into a positive score. There's another pair. I would have kept the white dragon there. I would have been all in on 7 pairs. I would have been thinking, like, you know what, I'm going to wait on this white dragon. That's going to be my final reach weight. But it is discarded by Aragaki. Seto is currently 2 away from that Itsu, meaning listing the 1 and the 7 of characters. And yeah, the problem with 7 pairs when you've got like a 5-6 shape here. Yeah, we're just giving up on it. Going for the all inside. 6 is Dora, so that definitely makes some sense to change course at that moment in time. Still 2 away though, even with that call. So it's a route change, but it's also kind of a really scary one because you're still so far away. Green Dragon, not helpful, sadly. Same deal here. Dora, draw. Now, I was saying we were going to go for Itsu, but don't necessarily need to make that happen. And this is where we give up, because we have Dora, and maybe a 4-5-6 Sanshoku. Yeah, exactly.
For inside, yeah. Inside hand, possibly instead.
Also all inside, exactly. So potentially a lot more value if we can get the Sanshoku and the Pinfu and the Tanyao, the all inside. Okay, good draw for Aragaki. Still not quite there, but now only one away. Speaking of being one away,
Alright.
one away
Yeah, one
for.
away for Hazuki as well.
She doesn't
And
need to win this
Hazuki,
hand, but she could turn this plus 70 something into a plus 80 something. There's nothing wrong with that.
and I think that it's not a huge difference for her who she takes points away from.
Mm.
Usually you're like, okay, you want to take points away from first place, but it doesn't even really put a big dent in the
Yeah.
first place team. So anything just to get
I,
some extra points and get her a chance at maybe the individual finals.
I guess if you really want to target someone, it would be Aragaki, right? Because she's the player who's near the cutoff for the individual finals. But that's just way too far away. You're never going to catch up to that, I don't think. But if you can knock Aragaki down, maybe there's a route that gets you to overtake. Maybe. But either way, yeah, just get a huge win. Either way, you need to win a huge, maybe 3
Yes.
games at least. So everyone is currently 1 away. No one has quite made it all the way to Tempai yet. No one's ready to win.
This is too many blocks even. Probably gonna have to get rid of one of those pairs. It looks like,
Yeah, exactly.
oh, well, she's gonna keep the all pairs option.
So we have our first ready hand from dealer Aragaki, waiting on 2-5 of characters. Do you see one of the 5s already discarded? But it doesn't look too terrible. Unless I've miscounted. Tempai as well for Hazuki, choosing not to reach. This is
Oh,
Tempai for Seto. The Dora was just played,
yeah, it is.
so choosing to Dharma on it in case someone draws it and thinks, Dora's fine, it was just played. It's perfectly safe.
I mean, she also has an option to switch to a hand without Dora with
True.
Himeko.
Yes.
And she doesn't necessarily need the Dora. If she wins from Seto, then she can get up. Oh, but Aragaki will win first.
Was that Sancho? I don't think it was. I think it was the just all inside, but it's enough to get a position, as you were saying. First,
Does she have one Dora, possibly?
yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Okay,
we'll
so the
have
game.
one more hand.
Okie dokie. So tentative second place for Aragaki, but we'll see. Very tentative when the gap is as small as it is. Even Morikawa can shoot in second place with a single hand here. It's going to be tough, but we always say, make a Mangan Sumo, 10,000 points, right?
Yep. 10,000
And
point swing with the non-dealers and 12,000 with the dealer.
this is the lightning fast hand, though. Aragaki with a great start. Seto also with a pretty good start, too. Oh, very interesting. We're seeing the flush from Hazuki. I kind of like that. Like, she's got a massive lead, so even though she's getting rid of a potential sequence, it's definitely cutting a lot of the speed out of this hand. But because she's got such a big lead, she can just go, either I win a big hand or I fold. I'm okay with either of those situations.
Yep.
So I like that. I
And
like that strategy.
half flushes are pretty easy to fold when you have a lot of honor tiles in the hand.
Exactly. Could be a full flush too. Obviously, I think all of our honor tiles are singles right now. So if we keep drawing pin tiles, maybe we discard ours. Like, yeah, let's go cut the north. Why not? Could be a full flush. We see the 2 remaining 1 pins out there, so we're never going to triple that up. But that could be our pair. Or we could end up on like a weird 1-4 weight as well. And have it be part of a sequence. So 7 is played. It's going to be called. Brings this hand 1 away already. Hazuki is definitely the star of this game. I don't like saying a game has a designated winner or anything like that, but if that such a thing ever existed, it's Hazuki today. She's had excellent luck. Ooh, speaking of good luck, Aragaki with now the pure sequence 4-4-5-5-6-6 in the same suit. Okay, Tenpai could go for the half flush, could cut west-west. How do we feel about trying to force the Mangan? Or do we just want to accept the two-hand small win just to end the match? This is the last hand. That's all it is. Okay. Could definitely see the West coming out quite quickly. If you don't sort of mark that you're Tenpai. Of course, the second you give that away, it's already over. Well, now we've got the 369 weight available to us. I think you take that. The 9 would be Itsu as well for an extra one hand. We've opened, so it's only worth 1, sadly. But it's a 3-sided weight at the end of row 1. There's the 9. That is the game over. The game's over. On the good side, too. Wait, no. Did I miss something? Is it 310?
Got a lot of. It's an.
This is 369 Itsu, right? I'm
She
not
has
crazy. She's not 310. She just chose not to take the win. Interesting.
What
Who's
else
it
could she be
from?
waiting for?
It's from
Did
Aragaki,
she just
too. She's.
miss it? Is she wanting to get it from Seto?
I guess so.
Yeah, she takes it from Seto, but no. Oh yeah, she still has a full straight either way. So she just wanted to take it from the first place team, just in case. I guess there's a chance that her team can get first place in all the rest of the games.
I suppose that's very fair. Honestly, it's still 8.4 points closer. Yeah, not quite enough to shove Seto into 4th place, but still, what a huge win for Hazuki. Huge first. 83.4 points. It's rare we see a game with that higher score. It really is. A minus 6.7 second. Well played, Aragaki. You fought well. Seto fought incredibly well. Apart from, I think she only dealt with him twice. And they were both pretty punishing, unfortunately. But otherwise, great defensive play. Last place, Morikawa, who I think also played very well. You can see the emotions, unfortunately.
There were no like big mistakes that stood out. It was just having a great run and getting all the points.
Absolutely.
And nobody went negative, which is not that common when you have somebody with over 80,000 points. Or 70,000 points. Yeah.
Yes. The story there was the 2 Ipatsu Sumos with Uridora too. I wish that would be in my Mahjong games. That seems to be every player on the table of archery these days. I swear. But I'm playing Samus, it's different, right? Playing 3-player, you're more likely to get the Ipatsu. In 4-player, it's a lot harder to happen. So when you see it happen twice to the same player, you know what? Respect. That's really cool. Well played.
If I can ask you to stick around for a minute with tips while I take just a quick break after such a long game. I will be commentating game 2, but I just would like to run and refill my coffee real quick. Tips is gonna come in, but can you guys introduce the players and I'll be right back.
Well, now is a perfect time to promo while Jenn is away getting coffee. Of course, we mentioned earlier that you have a chance to win the limited edition World Champion towel from the 2025 WRC in Tokyo. There he is, the man of the year, Kotaro Uchikawa. Got a digital printing of his signature there on the left side, as well as some beautiful artwork for your sweaty Mahjong games. We will be doing a giveaway after the second game, so stay tuned and you'll have a chance to win. If you do not win, then we'll also have another giveaway tomorrow, and 2 YouTube members, so 2 paid channel members at the end of February, which is coming up very soon, will have a chance to win the World Champion towel. And it's not the only M League that's coming to World Riichi. We have The World Riichi 2026 US Tour M League and World Riichi, together with a 2-day tournament, fan meetings, exhibition matches. They will be in Las Vegas on the, I guess Las Vegas isn't quite the West Coast, but it's West Side, and then over on the East Side of the US on June 29th and 30th in New York City. So mark your calendars for that if you are super interested in meeting M-Leaguers up there. Matsumoto, Takamiya, Uchikawa, WRC champion, Okada, Aikawa, and Shiratori, as well as former M-Leaguer Uotani, another 2-time WRC champion actually, I believe, Yamai, and Jenn, of course, who you're hearing, and Japan and US hybrid Ryoei Hirano.
I definitely remember seeing a documentary about Ryoei going to WRC.
That's right.
I think it was not last WRC, the one before. It was a very fun thing. So yeah, always good to see everyone. A lot of names I recognize. Hopefully names you recognize too.
Yeah.
Get involved, especially if you can make it to Las Vegas or New York City on those days.
And last but not least, if you're interested, while Jenn is away, this is Jenn and Sayaka's podcast, the Sukiban International, the Boss Girls. If you missed it yesterday, you can check it out on her YouTube channel, on the VOD, her personal YouTube channel, at Mahjong Jenn, with only one N. And it takes place live Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Or that would be a Thursday at 13 o'clock Japan Standard Time. That is 1 p.m. But I'm sure if you're in Japan, you'll be using the 24-hour clock. Anyway.
It's good that we have the both times for both being bilingual in English and Japanese, of course.
That's right.
So good to have the times for.
There is a lot of language switching in that podcast. As Jenn mentioned, our Game 2 is coming up here as she takes a break. Our players for Game 2 for Team Mappy will be the first dealer, now Arisawa. For the Kamikaze Works, Erina, Tokuoka in the south seat. For Team Suzaku, Kana, Ohata in the west seat. And in the north seat, for the Sapporo Mahjong lovers, currently the leaders, but going last in the dealers, Akari, Kimura. That is our Game 2 synopsis.
Yeah. Like, obviously, the scores, I think they are doing still pretty well, right? Even with a third place, I think they're still doing just fine. But I'm a little curious. The story is about our comeback here, because we did notice I've seen a lot of players swapping out.
Yeah, we noticed the direct hit Hazuki making sure to get Sapporo Mahjong lovers. Every hand matters, and I mean that was a big hand. It's just that they're so far behind. Sometimes it feels like it might not be enough, but it was a big hand that she hit Sapporo Mahjong lovers with. As we will zoop our way into game number 2 here, and Jenn will return shortly.
So yeah, I was just thinking, like, because the players you put forward, obviously you're thinking about the individual events as well as the team scores, but we see a lot of teams swapping players, right?
Right.
Maybe it might have had a strategy where we had one person with their best player forward, so they play as many games as possible to try and get to that individual final.
Yeah.
We did see a swap, so maybe that's not what's going on in their heads right now.
Maybe if they already have an individual score that's worthy of the playoffs, maybe it's risk management and they're avoiding taking a big loss that might hurt their score.
Very true, yeah. And I think especially for team lovers there, yep, it was a small loss, but it was a small loss, relatively speaking. So they're probably still secure.
Yeah,
But
I mean, that was about 40 points off of their score there.
True.
You can't lose 40 points every game and still make it.
That's a good point.
So
That's a good point.
as long as they can curb that, they should be okay.
And I am back. Thank you so
Welcome
much for
back,
taking over Cairo
Jenn.
for a
Absolutely.
few
It was
minutes
fun.
there.
Good luck with game 2, everybody. And see you around.
Take care, Chiral.
All right, the player to watch in this game, Kimura. She's our last dealer, but she actually is I think, comes into this in second place overall in the individual standings.
So a good portion of that 400 is Kimura's effort. Although with such a high score, I don't think she's doing it quite alone, but her hand is helping her out a lot here. She might actually have a half flush. Did not look like it at the beginning, but looks like her luck continues to shine brightly. You know,
Yeah, the thing is that I think she only had oh no, she has like 12 games already coming into this game, but she's in second place with like over 200 points. So not in a big risk of dropping out of the playoffs, but not sure like scheduling or what, but she will be
required to play more.
I no, maybe she had 13 games coming in, sorry. No, I'm not sure if it's a schedule. Wait, 14. Wait. Oh, okay. So that's not. Huh. I think that they didn't maybe update on the website the individual standings quite yet. But going into this game, she had 14 games already, and had 212 points. So this should be her 15th game, I believe.
Oh, nice round.
Yeah, I'm not sure if maybe their third player, because we saw Uika in the first game. Maybe their third player had scheduling conflicts. I'm not sure, but or maybe she's just like, well, I'm gonna try and get first going in because you do carry over points into the playoffs. So
Right, and this hand is shaping up to be very interesting. Kimura already tempai for a half flush waiting on the white dragon. Tokuoka now, very powerful hand in Riichi, and Ohata had pulled 2 Dora. She had no Dora in her hand. She just pulled 2 copies of the Forso back to back, and is also knocking on the door. Finds tempai as well. This is a huge hand right off the bat in East 1. 3 about Mangan hands. Looking to duke it out. Kimura stepping back. She does have a Yakuhai. She does have the green dragon, so she can still win on the 3-pin, but her hand has just become much less expensive. Still, a small price to pay for not dealing in.
let me make a little adjustment. I think that Seto Uika was actually in first place overall going into the last game with 10 games. I think that there was a last time maybe they hadn't updated quite yet when I put up when we made our individual standings. But so I believe that Seto Uika was in first place and that dropped her down a little bit into like fourth place or so with her small negative in the last game.
Kimura here choosing to discard 4 Mon. Did have a chance to go back to the half flush. 4 Mon not exactly a safe tile, but safer than the 3-pin for her. And she avoids dealing in once again. The 3-pin doesn't exactly deal into any of these 2 players, but a lot of the tiles near the 3-pin do deal in. And you can never really tell exactly which tile a player is waiting for. Is she going to fold completely here with an 8-pin draw? She is. The Kimura playing defensively, protecting the big Sapporo Mahjong lovers lead right now. Just going to let this hand pass her by as the 2 Riichi players duke it out. There's the 8-pin. And Kimura has her decision affirmed as she sees that the 8-pin does indeed deal into Tokuoka there. Tokuoka's got East, it's got Dora, it's got Riichi, of course, from doing the reach. Does not find any Uradora, though. 6,400. Big 50 fu hand there. You don't see 50 fu too often, especially without a con.
And what
Oh.
a quick East one in contrast to that long first game.
It really was quite a battle in that first one, but a bit of a lopsided one. East 2 Tokuoka, our East 1 winner, going to try and continue her streak here. Team well behind at minus 509.6, but her individual score, something she also will be looking to fight for. Also still pretty far behind there, but you know, an individual score is easier to overcome than the big team deficit here. 9 pin out, a pair broken very early for Tokuoka. I wonder what she's aiming for. Torso is the Dora again, so if you remembered what it was last hand, it's easy to remember this hand. Playing the same way, it gets its pair of 5, so what will the next move be? Because she's already destroyed one of her pairs, so I'm back to 3 pairs, no 4 pairs here. Yeah, just gonna continue with the same tile, back to back 9 pin. Huge draw for Ohata. 6, 7, 8 man connected. There's a 9 pin for Kimura. Is she going to use it as a save tile? Nope, she's just going to throw it right back. Her hand is pretty close to finishing, so she could just play aggressively. Another pair here for Arisawa as well. This is kind of looking like a half and half. It's half a pairs round, half a sequences round. There's another pair for Tokuoka, but she keeps breaking her pairs as she draws them. Not a fan of 7 pairs I see here. I know Jenn isn't usually a fan of 7 pairs either. So I wonder.
Pretty much never. Never.
And it comes right back, the triplet of West Wind. But it's already gone, so it cannot be used. Here's an amazing fill-in for Kimura Formon. She's going to keep the south around as a safe-ish tile. When she gets Tempai, it'll be a simple discard for Riichi. Will the last West be discarded here? Yep, no safety being held there. Just going to try and win as the dealer, Tokuoka, moving forward. She destroyed a lot of her shapes in order to keep floaters. There's definitely different preferences when it comes to that. Some players will keep the 2 tiles near the edge over 1-5 in the middle. It also depends on the time of hand. But it seems like Tokuoka is much preferred to keep her middle tiles, her middle single tiles, 4, 5s, and 6s over edge weights. Kimura, the first one to Tempai, though, that really good Formon draw, followed up by a really good Forso Dora draw to get Tempai. Not a great weight. I think it was a 3-pin edge weight, a Penchan. But now it's got a Dora, has no Yaku, so with Riichi she's able to Roan. All that put together means she is going to play this hand more aggressively than the previous hand. And just go into Riichi. And it's really putting the clamps on Arisawa here, who has no safe tiles? Not a single tile of hers is safe. Even going with a Tuso, very close to the door, close to one of the tiles discarded, near the Riichi tile as well. But it goes through safely, so she survives. We get back to Kimura, who does not Ipatsumo, which is a little bit of a difference from the previous game when we saw a lot of Ipatsumos. And no Nihatsumo either. No second round sumo, although you don't get any points for Nihatsu. Arisawa now a 1-2 pin herself might end up waiting on the same weight as Kimura. Still not Tempai yet, but she seems to be the closest one. Ohata actually draws that 3-pin. And back to back, Kimura draws a 3-pin after Ohata. It was in the wall back to back. So there you go. Sumo happens. And that's 2,000, 4,000. Finds the Uradora, rounds it up. Kyuriage rules. Rounded up to Mangan. So big Uradora for Kimura there. And that is going to really make it hard for these other teams to catch up to the Sapporo Mahjong lovers.
Here we are already in East 3.
Yeah, Ohata, our first dealer. Uh-oh, her tiles a little bit wobbly, but they come together. She puts them together.
A couple open-ended, so that nakabukure, the bulging shape
Right.
for 556 in the bamboos.
It works out here. Oh, edge tiles discarded from Ohata. So she's looking for Tanya, the all inside, all simples, 2 through 8. Pair of 7s here for Arisawa. Back to Ohata. She pairs up 7 mon, discards 8 so. It looked like it might have been a bit of a difficult discard, but it seemed like Ohata already had it down. She already had made her decision. Very quick discard there. Pair of 2 pin, and she's moving forward. Tuso on the edge. Gone. Discarded. Huge draw for Kimura. She's been getting these draws all game so far. Seems like it's working out for the Sapporo Mahjong lovers. Maybe you just have to love Mahjong. And the tiles will love you back. There is a 6-0. Arisawa not too far behind. So it looks like we're about to reach the second row of discards, and our players, their hands are about to reach Tempai here. So it's all about to come to a head. About to get a conclusion to this hand pretty soon, it feels like. Of course, sometimes the walls take you for a ride and never give you the last tile you need. So it's not a foregone conclusion yet.
Tokuoka is going for a flush, so keep going for it. Just the hand is so far away already. You just hedge the flush, and if you can't get there before someone else reaches, then you fold. It's a pretty classic strategy. Nice fill-in for Arisawa. Repeats
Yeah.
his sequence
Well,
just to
she's gonna
decide to
keep.
lock in the open-ended.
Yeah, she's gonna keep the bulging shape, the Nakabukure 6, 7, 7, 8. Some of her other weights are bad, so maybe she's going to double up. Maybe get a twin
Yeah,
sequence.
so she has the 4 tiles in a row and that nakabukure shape in the pinzu, so hedging both of those and try to get some good weights in the end.
Well, it kind of works out. That's another
Interesting.
pair. You can
It makes it
call
easier
Red
to
Dragon now for Tempai. It wouldn't be very
it makes it easier to use
expensive,
that.
but it's an option there.
She also has a shift to a 456 Sanshoku
Yeah, should she get
if she can
lucky,
draw the
that's
right
an option.
tiles.
Oh, this is a huge Ishanten now. A lot of ways to get to Tempai for Kimura with that draw. Big
Alright, we have
Tempai, no
Tempai.
Riichi. So I guess it's actually a small Tempai. Red Dragon might actually come out right now. Depends on how flushy the Tokuoka is feeling. And because she's drawn 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Red Dragon.
And she'll just take it.
Even smaller than I expected because no Riichi. But it is a done deal. The game continues. Dealer was not the winner there. So we are going to go into East 4. And in stark contrast to Game 1, this game is moving quickly.
I think Arisawa has. I think she's in a position where she needs pretty much 3 first places, but still has sort of a chance at the individual finals.
So she's got to play big here. Or at least big enough to take first. Because that previous hand was not a big one. Let's see if she...
Oh, it's a dealer turn left, and making sure that Ohata doesn't dealer gives her a better chance at having a long dealer turn when it comes around to her.
Nine mon off of the edge for Tokuoka. I wonder what her plan is for this hand. Two pin, three pin. Tokuoka starting to form something. Might see a pinfu shape. Of course, that three Mandora seems to be very active this hand. Kimura here has one. Arisawa has one. Tokuoka does not have one. Oh, gonna keep a 6-pin Sanshoku hedge. Maybe looking for that mixed sequences. Sanshoku. Oh, again, 7, 8, 9 with a couple of 8s in the middle as a pair. Still decent though, just like last time. Last time Arisawa won with that shape, so good enough for Kimura to keep here in this hand as well. Big draw. It's Tempai. It's not worth much. There's no Dora, not even Pinfu. Did not get the mixed sequences, but it's good enough for Tokuoka because it's going to take a while to make any other shape. So she reaches. Going to try and end Kimura's deal here. 6, 7, 8. Interesting shape, but Tokuoka just reached. So how much room for maneuvering do you have as Kimura here? She's going to go with the east tile. Not completely safe, but probably the safest thing she's got. Arisawa's happy to see that. Discards a 9-pin. Still not Tempa yet, but getting there. Ohata is out, though. Ohata breaks up one of her completed shapes. It's going to be very hard to win this hand for her. So I think she is done. A 7-mon that Ohata is holding also deals in, though, so you can't exactly blame her. She might actually turn 7 pairs around now as she draws a pair. But it will be difficult. 4-mon, not an easy tile to discard either. Very close to the Dora. Arisawa fiddling with it, though, might do it. It is her most efficient discard. Does not do it, though. After much thought, goes with the 9, so... Oh, Kimura being safe here as well, even though it's her dealer turn. Big temp by Arisawa. Gonna fight this Riichi.
Yeah, not a big scoring hand, but definitely wants to keep Kimura from winning. Or, I'm sorry, keep Tokuoka from winning. Also wants to keep Kimura from winning, but...
Interesting spot here for Kimura. She did break up one of her shapes. Gonna go with 1-mon. Pretty safe. Goes through.
Yeah, not necessarily the most efficient, but once there's a reach, you can't necessarily be that efficient. The only problem is this is her dealer turn. But in first place, she can afford to just protect her points right now.
As we continue on, will we find the
No,
7
Arisawa.
mon? Will the 7 mon be found?
Ohata is just out. Kimura kind of seems like she wants to be out, but she's still only one away from ready. Ohata's getting good draws after deciding to fold, but that will deal into Tokuoka. Ouch.
There it is.
It was
Finds
a
2 Uradora. That is ouch. Oh
and
my.
it was a Suji after the reach, which is a very tricky weight and very easy to deal into.
Yes.
That will bring the dealership to Arisawa.
Although,
So generally, if you have a Suji like the 4 mon discarded right around the reach, then you think that the Suji is pretty dangerous, the
right.
7 Suji. But when it comes out after the reach, there's no way to tell if it has anything to do with the hand or not.
Yeah. 3s and
Pretty.
7s, even when they're Suji, often dangerous tiles. Because there's still so many other ways other than the open-ended, the Ryanman, that you can win with a 3 or a 7 of a suit. And it turns out that in general, 3s and 7s tend to be the tiles that are dealt in with the most.
Yeah, there's only one sequence that doesn't use a 3 or a 7, and that's the 4, 5, 6. Every other sequence that you can make uses either the 3 or the 7. So they are in high demand at all times.
Right. Well, this new hand is actually moving fairly quickly. No one seems to have too much value yet, but Kimura might be able to make a mixed sequence. Tokuoka has 2 Dora, but she's the one with the slower hands. Ohata might have a full flush, but pretty slow as well. We'll see if Kimura can stop them. Arisawa might offer some resistance here. Tokuoka getting another decent draw. Ohata, no such luck though. Although she's been having some poor luck this whole game, unfortunately. Tokuoka getting very close. She's got a white dragon pair, looking for triplet there, but there's only one left. She's got a pair of Dora in hand as well. But a little bit far from 7 pairs, so I don't think she's going to take that line. Yeah, the white dragon triples up. It's perfect spot for her. Finds the last white dragon in the wall. There weren't any left after that. Quick pwn. So white dragon, 2 Dora. Looks like 40 Fu only on a sumo. Riso goes out, going to keep the pair of Dora and Tempai.
Is that painful for you to see 2 3-sos discarded in a row?
It was the efficient, the only way to maintain Tempai, but it is painful. And there's the win. The
Pays off.
7 mon flex,
All
yes.
All that 3-so pain puts Tokuoka into first place.
And Kamikaze works are going to need it. Of course, I think they also need to take the Sapporo Mahjong lovers down out of second place. But with a almost 900 point gap between them, more than 900 from the beginning of the game, doesn't quite seem like they're going to be able to overtake the Sapporo Mahjong lovers.
Tokuoka coming in, I think, with minus 200 or so. I think it's going to be hard to find any player from
Yeah.
Kamikaze that has a positive score coming in. But you definitely want to play good mahjong on the stream.
Hmm.
And it's not the last session, so go all out and try and get a big score the way that we saw in the game with Hazuki.
So far, not much to get excited about in this new hand. This is probably the best one. Ohata here. No Dora. But now that she's tripled up the 4-mon, it looks like even the half flush is out of the picture for her. She's going to cut the 7-mon though over the green dragon, so maybe she hasn't completely given up on the half flush. It's very slow to just destroy a triplet of 4-mon, but she does need a lot of points, so I suppose that is part of her reasoning. And you know, maybe she won't destroy the 4-mon after all. Maybe she'll just take a tempai. Oh, 2-4-4-4. Always an interesting shape. When you need a pair, it's really good. When you already have a pair, the extra 2 there often gets discarded. But Ohata doesn't really have a pair, so he's gonna keep it. Oh. For a moment, I thought she was going to turn her hand over. I said, did I miss something? 'Cause it looked like she was motioning to flip her hand over. But no.
Luckily, none of the other players thought so because that can be judged as a deceptive move and
If you call the
ruled
judge.
ruled a dead hand. Yeah,
I
we've seen it
see.
on stream before on the JPML channel.
Oh, wow. Those are some strict rules. I guess it depends how the judge is feeling that day. Because oftentimes they
Yeah,
don't see it, but I guess you have it on recording.
you have it on the stream, and it depends on if somebody called it over as
Yeah.
well. So that's something that I would probably never call a judge for, but it does affect the game for some people. So
Right.
you can't fault someone for doing that. But it also depends on how dramatic it was.
Right.
If it was just you were trying to straighten your hand and it maybe looked like it a little bit, then probably it will be let go.
This hand, though, is continuing. That's quite a draw for Kimura. And it looks like Ohata, who started out with one of the faster looking hands, did not get the draws to keep the speed up. Our other players are catching up. Of course, Arisawa here has been holding on to these 1s and 2s, and there's a 3 trying to make 1-2-3 mixed sequences in all the suits. Hasn't quite worked out for her, though. Got an interesting 9 pin now. There is a 3-so here for Tokuoka. He's actually going to get rid of the 4 from 1-2-3-4. Maybe looking for the Junchan, the fully outside hand.
This is one of those. It was one of those sort of, is this gonna go full straight? Is it gonna go Sanchoku? Oh, neither.
Well, here's a full straight here in Itsu for Ohata. No other Yaku, no other Dora, so it's just gonna be a one-han speed bag. Little tap if she gets it, but she has a really good weight. 3, 5, and 6 mon, I believe. No one's dealt in yet. No one has won yet either.
Now Ohata's one, waiting for the 3, 5, 6 of characters, and comes out from Kimura. And we are in South 3.
There it
I feel
is.
I feel like we're cheating by just playing this game so fast. Not the players, but us.
Not too many dealer repeats. And Ohata there, even though it's South round, willing to take the quick win. Hard to find anything else, I suppose. That 3-so weight was an edge weight that she called. So it would have been hard to make if she let the 3-so pass.
Ohata coming into this with just like -3 or so a good shot at getting into the playoffs if she can get some first places. But
Well,
not
long
looking
road
good
to
so far.
go.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
dealer turn.
Although her dealer hand is showing some promise here. So we move to Tokuoka's hand, who pulls a north. That is her wind, but only one. Ohata has a Dora. Might be able to get Pinfu if she's lucky. What are we looking at here? Will we see a half flush attempt here? Yes, the tile right out of the middle, the 6-so. Tokuoka not even being very subtle about it.
Yeah, the thing is with trying to sort of camouflage your hand is it's effective so little of the time. You have to kind of luck into the camouflage. You can sort of hedge a camouflage, but a lot of times you're going to be sacrificing efficiency for it. So in that case, it's better to sort of go for a hand that's easier for you to win yourself without relying on the discards of others. That is an interesting phrase to make, I think. You know, just like rely on the kindness of others. Apply that to discards.
Don't know if you can definitely rely on people to help you. Maybe in some situations if they have a point incentive to. But I suppose that's like real life too. You can apply you can trust people to help you if there's something in it for them as well.
No, it's a quote from a movie. I gotta remember what movie that's from.
Well, I suppose that reference was lost on me.
Was it with the wind or something? on. And it's depend on, not rely on, but same thing.
Perhaps that changes the
It's kindness of strangers, so it's not
context.
exactly the same either.
2, 3, 4, big hit, big tempai. Arisawa trying to make some points for herself here. Has Pinfu set up 1 so or 4 so does it.
And streetcar named Desire, which is something I've never seen, but for some reason that line is very famous. I've always depended on the kindness of strangers. Let's see, I've depended on the discards of strangers. I think we need to make some famous quotes that have been adapted to Mahjong.
This is an 8. It's not exactly tempai, but it should help. Will we see a 7-man discard? No. Stay out of Arisawa's way, even though it's Ohata's dealer turn. Is it too defensive? Either way, Arisawa gets the sumo, so we don't really get to find out. Not a bad sumo. Reach, sumo, Pinfu.
Oma in the chat was hoping for Ohata to have a big dealer turn, but Arisawa will take the win, and that puts her in a good position to take first place. It just exactly on that line that we always talk about, the Mangan Sumo to get first place line. You need to be within 10,000 points of first place, and she is 9,800 points away from first place. So that should be Arisawa's goal, is to get a Mangan Sumo. Tokuoka will just try and win probably anything that she can to lock in a first place, although she does need a lot of points, so we might see her go for a big hand. Ohata, I'm not sure what you do here. It's kind of, I guess you go for something big, because just winning in last place is not going to do anything. So I would kind of go for a Yakuman in this situation. And she kind of, yeah, she kind of had the makings of a desperate Kokushi, but she's not going to go for it. Kimura will just try and win anything. She has plenty of time in this game to try and be dealer forever. I think if I was at Ohata, I'd be going for the desperate Kokushi. But then again, I'm someone who goes for Kokushi from 7 individual
I
edge
suppose that's
and
why we hear so many stories of you getting it.
yeah,
Because you go for
if
it.
you want Kokushi, you should listen to me.
Yeah, Ohata
You won't
is...
win other times, but you get Kokushi a lot.
I think Ohata is going to be in a bit of a bind here. A lot of a bind. After missing last hand, just to be safe. It's going to be hard to make anything with this. South 4 Dora is looking pretty interesting here as we line up our hands. Whoa. Out goes 8-man. Is this
How is Kimura
pairs?
gonna pull off a win with this? 1, 2, 3, 4, just 4, which is, you have to think about it when you have 4, but she also has some nice sequence sort of shapes. And it looks like she doesn't want to rely on just pairs as dealer. She doesn't want to depend on the kindness of pairs. Ha ha ha.
That's supposed to
Doma
be
is
strangers. Strangers in pairs.
yes.
If a stranger
I was
offers
just
you a pear, I don't think you're supposed to take it.
I'm just replacing Mahjong words with the original words. Doma also says, I'm also crazy 13 orphans believer. I'm
Hmm.
glad that we have that in common, Doma.
I think in a lot of Asian countries they individually wrap the fruits because because of that fear that someone's altered it beforehand. But
Is that why? I thought it was
it does
because it's expensive.
yeah, I feel like it does feel like you'd still like it could still get tampered with.
I mean,
But it does feel
it's
like it's better when it's
not
wrapped
that
up
much
like
of a
that.
deterrent. In Japan, at least, I think it's mostly the really expensive ones that are, or the really fragile fruits like
Hmm.
peaches.
Hmm.
It's another one bruised like a peach.
Peaches never occurred to me as being that fragile.
Really, you've never heard the phrase "bruised like a
I
peach"?
have heard that before, but
I
from
mean,
my
it's because
experience,
peaches bruise extremely easily,
yeah.
and so if somebody, a human, also bruises easily, they say he bruises like a peach.
I always found the pears to bruise more easily.
Yeah, I guess. See, it's not only mahjong that I dislike pears in. I also am not a fan of the fruit
Pears are
pears.
one of my favorite fruits. I think the peaches as a kid and then even as a teenager, I used to love just juggling them. So that's why I don't
What?
remember them bruising. They're just the right size. Like an apple was a little big when like while I was still going through puberty, but peaches and plums, they were nice size, nice weight, like a nectarine. You go shoot,
That's,
shoot, 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 shoot. And
okay, that's an interesting way to also like reference the time.
yeah,
Um, but were they fuzzy peaches or the non-fuzzy peaches? Because there's a few different kinds of peaches.
that's true. I cannot remember. Usually I think they would have a little bit of fuzz.
So like, I think the fuzzier the peaches, the easier it bruises.
Interesting. I wonder if that has to do with the ripeness. As Kimura's hand here matures to ripeness, it gets Tenpai. And she's going to ghost right in. Going to try and cash in this fruit while it's ripe. No Yaku though.
So she is
This
dealer, so this is an important reach for her and this game.
and what will Arisawa
Arisawa.
do? Arisawa's going to sit back.
Looks like she's going for maybe a 678 Sanshoku by locking in the 4-mon pair, even though she ends up with the middle 8 or middle 7 weight in the Manzu.
Yeah, Tokuoka is very close to a Sanchoku, a mixed triple sequence herself. She's got the 789s, but she's missing
Oh,
just one. Oh, she makes the call,
Arisawa
finds
gives
it.
up.
2-5, so this has a Dora on it. This is not Tenpai still. Going Itsu break the full straight. Looks like it.
Or the
Yeah, there goes
one.
Ohata.
I wonder, I think 1-mon would have
Tsumo!
been a decent, but Kimura draws it. No Ura. Oh, yeah, no Ura.
Reach Sumo. Small amount, but it's getting Kimura closer and closer to Tokuoka. Closer. Wait, that was 3 Han.
Ahead of
Well, do I have a Dora in it?
each Sumo Dora. There's an
That's what it
Omote Dora,
was.
the normal Dora, no Ura.
Hmm.
So the reason never took to pears was because I don't think I had a fresh peach until I came to Japan. We always had canned peaches and
Right.
canned pears. And I was not a fan of the mushy canned pears
Yeah,
at
if they're
all.
mushy, I'm not a huge fan of it either. But it
So
makes
the
them like
peaches
more sweet.
still, yeah, they were sweet, but the peaches still had a bit of firmness to them even when canned. You know, peaches can really well, but pears did
Yeah.
not can as well at all. So I ended up not even liking the flavor anymore.
Yeah. What was that band? Is the band named Presidents of the United States? Peaches
Oh yeah, they had
come in a
peaches.
can. They were put there by a
Yeah, I'm not sure
man.
that was actually about peaches. But the presidents are from Seattle.
Yeah,
So I saw them in concert they made a band with Sir Mix-a-Lot called Subset.
that's crazy.
And it
That
was
is
just a
something
little
I've
fun
never heard
project they
of
did.
before.
Yeah, it was just a little fun project, and they did some local concerts. So they have one concert called Pain in the Grass, which is a free concert. You just go and they have a stage in the middle of Seattle, like the Seattle Center. And
And it smells kind
yeah,
of
we went and hung
funny.
out. We got no, doesn't smell funny.
I'd be a little worried going to a concert called Peeing in the Grass.
No, pain in the grass.
Oh, okay. Because
Pain as in PAIN. Oh my God.
I understand.
Um, pain and mm, to watch Mahjong.
I don't know. That feels like something that happens a lot at those outdoor concert venues. That's all I'm gonna say. This West here is Dora, but it is still a guest wind for most of the players. So it's really slowing down a lot of our players. A lot of single Wests in hand.
Yeah, we saw that in the
You
first game
know?
when the North was the Dora as well.
Yeah. But, Arisawa is making the best of it, going to try 7 pairs. Let's see, this is Tenpai. Is the West going to keep Tokuoka back? This does not have the guaranteed points to win. Sumo will do it, Riichi Sumo, but not if she doesn't Riichi. Direct hit will do it on Kimura, but she does not feel satisfied. She's going to look for more points so that it's a guaranteed first place. And Ohata here does not like the Ryamen Kanchan, the open-ended with a closed weight on the other side. She's going to break it just for a floating 5 cell. I always have a tough time with these decisions to keep the floater or the extended shape. Maybe looking at a mixed triple sequence with the 5, 6, 7. Part of the reason for that. 5 pairs here? 1, 2, 3. No, only 4 pairs. 3 pairs and a triplet. Why it looks like 5 pairs. Whoa! 5 pairs now for Arisawa. Pairs up the Dora. The holding on to the West pays off.
And she needs. I think actually the Mongon Sumo is still enough. But she might decide to go for a honeymoon.
What will come up next? What will come up next? This West has just been sitting here. This is another Tenpai. Tokuoka, if she gets Red Dragon here, this will win off any player. But West is still holding her back. Maybe she could look for a twin sequence. West comes out, so she's going to go to Tenpai. No Riichi though. Direct hit would be 1300? I think.
Yeah.
1326.
13 is not
Yeah,
enough.
it would do it on a direct hit. 1300 direct hit to Kimura with the Honba would do it. So if she gets that red from Kimura, it'll work. Unfortunately for her, Arisawa is the one that has it. I wonder if she'll just pass it.
We did see that happen also in the last.
It comes out. Oh, she takes it. It's not gonna do it. This is.
It's not enough for.
That's a 40 fu, right? Not quite 50.
Yeah, it's not 50. If she drew, it'd be 50.
Yeah.
Or it would be 40, but like it would jump up if she drew it
Oh, it looks like there's
from 30 to
a
40.
little bit of a stop here, but yeah, not enough points. Maybe regretting a little the lack of Riichi, I should say, but
Like Kimura does not look happy with that, even though she is in a great position, both team-wise and individually.
yeah, I think the players might be a little stunned on that one.
That'll
But
do it for game 2.
that is game number 2 indeed. What an ending there. Comes up a little bit short. Not quite enough points. But make sure you don't come up short. Jenn here. We
What?
are about to give away this limited edition commemorative world champion towel.
Yes, Uchikawa. So JPML had these commissioned once Kotaro Uchikawa's world champion win was decided last year at the World Reach Championship in Tokyo. And we're going to give one away to one of the chatters here. Do we have a
That's right. So
question? I can't get the question. I can't get the word out. Question.
for our chatters here today, we have, of course, Uchikawa is going to be here in the M League World Riichi US Pro Tour, as you can see here. But who do you want to see most come to the US? Of all the people
when they
coming,
come.
yeah, who will you be most excited to see on the M League World Riichi 2026 US Tour? Answer
Is
in
it better
chat.
if I leave so no one feels pressure to answer Jenn?
But I need a co-host for the giveaway.
Okay, don't feel pressure to answer Jenn, okay?
Right. Answer in chat right now for your chance to win the limited edition world champion towel for WRC Tokyo 2025. Who do you want to see most coming to the US for the M League World Riichi event? And
Yeah, who are you most excited
yeah,
to see?
we'll
there?
include people who are already in the US and hosting the event. You can answer Dave if you want to see Dave.
Yeah, Dave will be there.
Yeah.
So there's a few things that are not here on the notification and not on the website yet that I can sort of give away. Is that participants in the tournament will get to play with an M leaguer or a former M leaguer or a former world champion. So everybody will get to play with one of our esteemed guests. Not including myself, but thank you guys. Look, 2 people said Jenn.
Wait, how
I
come they
appreciate
can't play
that.
with you?
I'm not sure if I'll be playing or not.
You'll be too busy
Yeah, I will be there.
organizing. Maybe
I'll
you'll
be
have
there.
to.
I will be emceeing. I will be with Sayaka, so we will be on stage for a fair amount of the tournament.
You'll have to ask.
We're going to have live commentary throughout the entire tournament as well, so we need commentators too. So I'm not sure where I will be, but I will be somewhere in there.
Very
and
exciting.
On stage a lot.
So you'll have to ask Jenn for an after hours game, because she always loves playing the after hours games.
True. That is
As
true.
long as
And I will
she's
be
not
at-
asleep.
I mean, I will be everywhere, but oh, look at all this coercion. Trumpet says Jenn. Zug says Sho Shiratori, the recent Hold champ. Yes, that is true. It is an amazing lineup here. Like, seriously. Okada is probably the most famous Mahjong pro in the world right now. Always on TV, even when it doesn't have to do with Mahjong. Doma, Jenn, and Dave for the win, easy peasy. And Evil
All right.
Flynn says voting for Jenn. Oh, and Fear. Oh, I mean, I'm so scary. I'm such a scary.
Last chance to get your entry in. We will be drawing in 10 seconds. Tell us who you want to see at the M League World Riichi Vegas and New York US Tour. We'll be closing in.
Wait, do we count? Zeke didn't say who, but Zeke is participating in the chat. Does that count as an answer?
No, you gotta give us an answer. Gotta see
Zeke, get an answer in there.
who you want to see.
Oh, maybe Zeke wants to see the course person.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Zeke says, "Oh no,
Oh no.
oh no, there's no oh no coming." Oh no, last no.
All right.
We know this because oh no.
Oh no is.
I think Zeke's answers count. Go Jenn. Okay, Zeke says Jenn.
All
So
right. Here we go.
okay, so we have 4 Jens, 5 Jens, so 5 people in the. Just kidding.
All right, and our winner is. Drum roll, please.
I can't drum roll.
It's Domaverm. Domaverme. Congratulations, Domaverm. You
Congratulations.
have won the World Riichi Champion towel. So we will mention in chat. We'll have our World Riichi representative in chat here. Mention. You will have to email contact at worldriichichampionship.com with a screenshot of your YouTube profile, just to make sure we know you're the owner of the YouTube account, and they will take care of shipping for you.
Remember, we're going to have another drawing tomorrow, and if you still want a chance after not winning in these drawings, any paid members, even the lowest tier, is eligible for the drawing at the end of the month, which Gemma will take care of, and you'll be notified. So if you still want a chance, I think it's like $1 to subscribe for a month. It's not prohibitive if you have the means. I think it's a great investment. It really supports us and gives us dopamine as well.
That's right, and we'll bring you more professional mahjong, both from Japan, like here today, as well as the WRC events in the US
The World Reach
and all around the world.
Event.
Yes, as well as the online World Reach League events.
And speaking of World Reach and World Reach Pros, I'm ready to hand off the reins to Corak. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, Corak. Who do you most want to see at the M League US event?
I honestly don't know.
Oh,
I'm
a lot
just
of options.
Looking, it's the whole intimidated factor. I mean, of course, yeah.
Yeah, maybe for the commentators, we do have to remove Jenn before you can answer, so she doesn't intimidate you. But it was definitely nice to have her help announce the draws as well. So we have a bunch of wonderful players going to that event, and we also have a bunch of wonderful players here today for game number 3.
All right, well, let's introduce the players then.
All right, Corak, take it away.
In the West seat, we have Erina Tokuoka. In the South seat, we have Himeko Sakuragawa. In the West seat, Akari Kimura. And in the North seat, Michiko Kamio. So, of course, you can see third game of our session. We will, of course, have a broadcast tomorrow. With that, let's go ahead and jump in.
Oh, here we are. Sakuragawa. I always appreciate Sakuragawa's hairstyles. Kimura here, actually one of the top players. We saw her in game 2. Actually, let's see. Now there she is. Sitting.
I believe Kimura's first in the individuals right now, so that's always a consideration. I don't think there's a huge boost between first and what, 7th or 8th, but you definitely want to protect that positioning. Anyway, we take a look at its hands. Slow Pinfu hands. There's a bunch of pairs, a bunch of even pairs. 3 of them. You have the completed run, though. Question is, what do you do with his door? It doesn't really fit. Cuts the 9, so maybe a Tanyao play. East pair, maybe just call and go here, floating the door as well. This is a regular Pinfu hand, but you'd have the Anko 2, 3, 3, 3, and Manzu. It connects nicely with the 7. 2, well, I said even pairs, and there are a lot of pairs, and every last one is even. 4 now, we have the East pair, again, just looking to call. 5 pin pairs up. We go Tanya cutting the 8, 9 later. 6, connect 4, 6, 6, 7. Oh, okay. We have one that is not even now.
An odd pair.
So it is Ishunten for Chitoitsu.
It's funny.
Mon goes back.
Because there are 5 odd numbers and only 4 even numbers. So the odds are that you would have an odd pair more than you would have an even.
Yeah, statistically it'll happen more often. This is what you can tell with the Haku. But yeah, just full Chitoi route. Cuts the 2 pin here. And I feel that's the right way, especially with the 2 7s out, because that was one of the upgrades. Speaking of Tanya's, just 6 in, gets rid of the 9. That shape is now completed here as well. Not sure what the pair is going to be just yet. Shaw.
Yeah, Jenn earlier
pretty good.
Not a big fan of 7 pairs, but I think even she would agree when you hit 5 pairs, you can go all in, even if you have to break up a sequence.
Oh, I hate Chitoitsu. It is my least favorite Yaku in the game by a long shot. There is the East. It is not called, so the first one is passed.
I feel like I might be attempting more Chitoitsus than I should be.
You mean any? Well, I see the 4 here. This is now East Shun 10. Kind of an ugly shape where you have the 2, 3, 3, 4 potential shumpled on that 3. Never ideal.
Yeah.
1 so. Actually decent tile, but one of them is out, so it's going to get thrown back.
Tokuoka.
2 so. You just throw the door thinking about it. Nope, cuts the 5 so.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of players are looking at pairs.
Hedge. Ooh, that 5's a great tile, but actually steps back with that 8 cut. 6, not even Anko with 6s. Ideally draw maybe 8 so or 5 so. 8 pin is a very nice tile with that early 6 cut.
You can
that
see.
Goes the 7. You have the 7, 9, of course. Throws the 8 back. Didn't like it earlier, still doesn't like it. Now you have a 5, 6, used to be the 9 so. Could go with the 7, but I feel 9's much more standard. There it goes. 4, not going to help with the Chitoi hand, and now you have that tragic 2, 3, 4 in the pawn. Speaking of Chitoitsu, that is Ishunten here as well. Potential door donkey.
That's why the
East was not called.
Big pair battle here. Although it looks like Tokuoka might not actually be going for pairs. He might have a hand that's not going for pairs.
I feel this should be the 7. No, throws the 2 back.
I do like the 7 as an option, but I do understand just throwing it back because 6, 6, 6, 7 is a good shape.
Oh, Dora pair up. This is Tempai.
That's huge.
Oh, this is a disgusting weight. 9 mon with the 7, 7, 8 in the pond.
Yeah, very early as well, the 2 7s.
Dora 2. One so is not it. Just going to throw that 7 that was being held back for just such an occasion. It's a Monzu, but it's the 2, needs the 9. And I said, oh, hey, well, now I have one of those 2s. Let's just get rid of that now. Don't have to think too hard about it.
Yeah, honestly, the 4 is not that much worse than the 7 when it comes to attaching to those triplet of 6 cell. But of course, the 7's a little safer here. No one's fallen for the 9-mon yet.
Well, they haven't drawn them's the issue.
That's true. Oh,
we're about to see. It looks very safe. Out it goes. Riichi Toitsu, Dora 2. We'll see if there are any Ura.
Not quite.
June, so nothing there, but it will just be a Mongon. Kimura going to jump out to the big lead in East 1 with a Mongon. A disgusting wait, and the rich get richer. You see the overall standings. Team over 400 points. We're going to see that number go way up. 500 if we're to end here.
Yeah.
That is dominance if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's big for Kimura as well, because as Jenn noted, the individual scores that you acquired during the season are carried over into the playoffs. Some portion of them is carried over to the playoffs.
So that does help, of course.
Yes.
This has a South pair, 3 pairs even, but South is not Yakuhai, that is dealer. Here, this is a Pinfuan, maybe some sort of 79 Sanshiku, but it's a long way off. Cuts the 9, and you can consider it. Takes the 7 and connect to the 9. 1, 3, 4, 7, 9. 1 is Dora in Manzu. 9 Mon is completely useless. Thinks about it for a second and just throws it back. 9 connects with the 7. 7, 7, 9 in Pinzu. Out goes the Haku. 7 Mon. Well, I mean, it looked like a stretch before, but if the 9 had been kept, I'd actually be thinking Sanjiku with that hand. Largely because the rest of it's so terrible. I want to brute force something. 5 fills the Ryankan here. 2, 4, 5, 6. Cuts the tune.
Yeah, the 1-mon is an interesting Dora for this hand. Doesn't seem super usable by a lot of players, but just before Kimura there, Sakuragawa, a nice way to use it.
The terminal Dora always end up in this awkward position because it's very hard to call with them.
Right.
And it just doesn't accept a whole bunch of tiles. Oh, 8. That is Tempai.
Very
just
fast.
Riichi Pinfu. Nothing fancy here. Kimura with a fast Riichi. Waiting 4, 7.
Yeah, no Dora involved there. Of course.
Just need to flip the aura to get the Dora.
We've been doing this tournament for years now, and the tournament has been going on for decades before that. Not a tournament that ever did have red 5s, so the Dora is going to have to be the Dora.
Having those or not. Chun goes out. Oh, 7 Onko. This is bad enough. This is bad enough to where I might consider pushing. Oftentimes you say it's good enough to consider pushing, but that's so bad I'm not sure what my plan is. So you throw the relatively safe tiles and figure anything's going to improve the garbage. So
Sakuragawa is dealer as well, so alternate.
You always want to fight back as dealer.
Yes.
Unless your hand's just never going to happen. There goes the 4. 3 pen. There is a Peiko. There is even a Rion Peiko route, but it's just so far away. I'll just think here about safety. This is not.
Dora Suji.
Throws the 4 no, the 4 already come out of time. Oh, that is a perfect draw here. Could go 4 so, 8 so, or 6 mon. I prefer for the 8 so.
Yeah, let's see if Sakuragawa keeps moving forward. It's hard for her to not. It's hard for her to actually fold. I guess she could go with Souths, but that is the South player that reaching, so even that is not guaranteed to get you out, even though there's 1 out.
5 so pair up, could back it towards a Chitoitsu.
Sakuragawa draws it.
That is Tempai. That's just a Riichi. I don't see why you do anything else. Riichi Dora 1, 3 so, 6 so. Of course, has 3 of those 7s. Oh, it never feels good to draw Dora and he pots you.
Right. Yeah, and Dora goes right out from the next player as well. Sakuragawa feels a little bit, does not find the winning tile. Very close to Kimura's winning tile, actually.
Well, Chitoitsu Ishanten now.
Wow, Tokuoka might turn this around.
4, but it is the wrong suit. 5, that is temp. I'd be Shimpon 5,
Not going
so
for
9,
it.
so not going to take it.
Man, Sakuragawa really likes to mopai the tile when she's in Riichi. She really likes to feel it to see if she's gonna win.
Ooh, I thought the 2 came out. That may have been before the Riichi. The second Riichi.
Right.
When you're collecting multiple tiles on the same Suji, it always feels really bad. Because you know someone needs it. No, it was safe. It came out 2 turns ago.
I wonder what the deal is.
3 Mon Onko. Now that's a super wide Ishunten. Could cut the 8 Mon here. Nope, goes the 2. Keeps the Chitoitsu option.
Right.
Another 8 pin. We've seen what, 3 of those post Riichi?
Yeah, I think we might have seen all of them. That is the 7 pin though. That's the last copy. Does not go to the
What
winning
about
player, though.
Ishunten for Suanko?
That sounds pretty good to me. Dora, once again.
Yeah, it is, I believe, dead now than the one that's stuck in the Riichi hand.
Right. Kamio in a tough spot here. This hand is
I
not
don't think the
going to
one
turn it
show's very
around.
bad. You know, throws the 4s Genbutsu. Can always throw the 1s later.
Oh!
Suanko Tempai! Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. You're just throwing it in. The question is, are you going to Riichi?
I don't know.
I
There
generally
aren't too
say, why
many
not?
tiles left. This is against 2 Riichis. It might not come out.
Force
she's
has
gonna
already
go for
come
it.
out. It has to go out. You have to take this.
And
the other
Riichi.
question is Dom or Riichi. Goes in and declares the Riichi for Suanko.
Sanzo!
3, so Sanzo's going to shut this down. And just gets the Riichi in there.
I think she has
Or if
one
there's a
Dora as
Dora.
well. Yeah, I think she had a 1.
Yeah, that's right, because it did have the 1, 2, 3. So Sakuragawa will hit Kimura and overtake first for now. Of course, gets both extra sticks from the Riichis later. And more importantly, gets a repeat here as East 2 dealer.
That's right. Ooh, South
6,
is
7, 8,
the
9
Dora
in
this time.
Manzu. I like that. The problem is the rest of the hand. Tune pair, maybe just call and go. I don't see any real value to this hand.
Yeah, calling
So
and
this is
going
the time where I
looks
just go for
decent.
my 1 Han.
Kimura's
Ooh,
not going to give
7.
it
That
away,
is a
though.
Honitsu hedge.
Yeah, she's not going to give the Chun away on turn 1. Still holding it.
2 pin fills a Kanchan, 1 down, 3 to go. 8 pin. Well, now you can consider Itsu, but ugh.
It's there. The Red Dragons would
It's
have to be
definitely
paired,
there, and you're definitely noticing it, but still, yeah.
Wonder if she'll call a Red Dragon at this point.
Now, one of the other dragons comes out, the Hatsu. 1 Mon goes back.
I felt like the 1 Mon was Dora because of last round, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
So it
not
made
this time.
sense.
Ooh, there's a Penchun fill. We'll still hold the Dora.
Yeah. Made sense that it just went through like that.
Ooh, Naisa could consider Sanshaku, but throws it back. Do you ever just cut the 6 Mon there? You lose a ton of efficiency, but lots of value routes.
Maybe?
5, 6.
I
Maybe put
didn't
the 8, 9
consider
or
it.
the 5 so. I definitely cut something in Sozu. Four, well, there connects with your 5, so it's 8, 9 time because you don't need the 7 twice.
No more Itsu.
That goes the East. Not hard committed to Honitsu yet, but likely.
Yeah, still holding the Red Dragon though. 1 away
7,
now.
that is East on 10, needs a
Yep.
3 Mon. That is also
Oh,
a nice
whoa. Is it time for the 5s? Will they come out, or is it just too
The
slow?
long pause is very much a I don't want to, but nope.
Fives are going to be kept.
There goes the Dora. First Dora comes out. And so I'm not going to greed the 1, 2, 3 songs. Who wants the 5, 6, 7?
We'll see whether Dora comes out from Kimura. No, she's going to hold it. She's going to hold
6,
it.
another pair. This is 4 pairs. More likely to be the Himeko shape waiting on the 5.
Right.
1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could just throw it back and it ends up cutting the 5, so.
1, 2, 3.
Stupid. That is Tempai. This is Riichi Nomi.
Does not.
4, 7 pin. Oh,
Yeah.
Dora pair up.
Ooh. What'll that be? Because the red dragon's still pretty dangerous. She's still holding it. Another Tempai.
That is also Tempai. A much worse one, though.
Yeah, no value.
Would be the 3 Penchun and Manzu for
Very,
Riichi
very hard to face the dealer down with this. Gonna go with the 1 mon safe. Safe 1 mon.
Kimura also not taking this directly anyway.
White dragon. Slightly
Hawk,
dangerous,
not
but
going
it
to do anything.
goes
There's
through.
the pay.
Ooh, pairs it up.
Well, now you have to start thinking about actually playing this hand.
Pairs it up. It's
The
gonna be
route is
hard to
towards the
finish.
Sonanko. Ooh, 2, 3. That is Tempai waiting on 5, so for Riichi Peiko.
It's like a middle Suji trap, but the dealer's Riichi is
Well,
probably
you
gonna...
don't really think too much about the middle suit. Oh, the 3!
Ah, backfire.
Riichi Nomi would have done the job. It is still Tempai waiting on the 4, but no Yaku.
Yeah, not going to take that. Oh, no, you're right. She did take it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just didn't take the Furiten side. The Ryanmen with
Right.
Ginfu.
Took the
Yep.
the worst shape, but non-Furiten.
Oh.
Well, this is Shumpon.
Yeah, it's
Do you
a
ever just cut the
chance.
8 and stay Dama, hoping to get the Itsu?
I
The
could
problem
see
is the
that.
9 is in the pond. There is the 8 instead.
Oh, tripled.
Oh, Anko, that is not Tempai.
1 away. 5, 6. This is
Arisa, that is a
Tempai.
different Tempai, but I don't think you ever take it.
Yeah, I mean, you could discard 6 so and get but it's Furiten. The 2 so's already
Yeah,
gone.
that's,
Yeah, that's
why
not
I'm
gonna
not
work.
thrilled with it.
That's not gonna work. You could discard 4 so and go for a Shampoo. Doesn't feel so great. But what is even close to safe? Just throws it back. Sanzo,
Does
dangerous
face Dama.
style.
Oh, another 2. This hand's been full of backfires.
And there's the 5 so.
The Apeko
What a
hits.
hand.
Thought about the Sumagiri Riichi there. Instead takes Dama. We'll
What
get
a
the 1
hand.
Han, but would have been a potential monster with the Riichi Apatsu there.
Right.
Maybe an Aura, but Kamio will take some points. Still be in 4th place, but does end the dealer rampage here. And Kimura is dealer here in East 3.
As we move forward, game's still pretty close, even if the outside scores are not.
All right, Chun pair, maybe call and go. Very difficult to be Honetsu. This is the type of hand that just looks cheap. Maybe you greed towards Toy Toy. I feel you hedge the Toy Toy, but don't expect it to actually happen. It's a painful hand. Decent chase, but need to 3-mon badly to fill that penchun. There's a Hatsu pair, maybe call and go there as well with Dora.
1,
2
2,
so fits
3.
in the penchun. There is
Very
a
nice.
Junchun route, but unlikely. Hatsu pair up.
Yeah, the Junchan feels a little bit slow. That fully
Now,
outside hand.
Hatsu is now Mochi Mochi, so that is going to be a couple of very stuck hands.
Well, removing the 9-mon, so not going for that outside, that fully outside end.
Yeah, it
Likes
keeps
the
the
3-5 shape,
3-5. The Arianman isn't that much of a better shape.
but it
On the
gives
3-5, you're hoping to
Junchan.
shift it down. 5 touch the 4, but still looking for the Chun. Back goes the Shaw. 7 so. Ugh.
Hmm.
Ugh. The more I look at this hand, the more I hate everything about
Yeah,
it.
I'm not a huge fan. Especially that because we can see what Sakuragawa has. Like the green dragon is really currently the only out for Tokuoka's
And
hand
we
right
know,
now.
yeah, it's pairlocked,
Yeah.
so unless someone reaches, very unlikely to come out. 3, 4, 5 in Sozu.
And there goes the white dragon. No 789 hedge here.
Well, there's your 8 so you just talked about. Do you ever just cut the 1? No, cuts the floating 7.
Yeah,
I
I
think I
like
like the
cutting the
1 a
floater
lot more. I
better.
don't buy it 2 on this. I just want floaters when my shapes are this bad.
Hmm.
Well, there's a pair up.
Okay. Will we see the 1 now? No, the pair's locked in now. Is it a 7 pairs attempt? Guess
This
we'll
wanted
see.
to be Sanshoku, but you just don't have enough blocks to be able to get all of it. This wanted to be Chitoitsu,
There's
but cut
4
the 6
pairs.
last turn, and it's pretty dead,
And there's
honestly.
a 3, 4, 5 as well. Breaks up the pair of 9, so interesting. Whoa.
5
5
so,
so
pretty
in
good
and
floater.
out.
It goes back.
5,
6
6.
pin, connects with the 5s, but again, it's looking for the tune, wondering where is my tune? Am I pair locked on this as well? And we know the answer to that is no, actually.
Right. It's just the green dragons.
Ooh, interesting decision. Could go 5 so, could go 1
Oh,
so. Want it to
Falitsu!
very
We
badly.
might actually see the green dragons come out then if this turns to a Pinfu as well. But we'll see.
Oh, the
There
perfect
it
draw. There's the Hatsu.
goes. No
It is
pwn.
pass, says,
Actually gets a
and pairs up
Dora.
the Dora as a result. A huge pass. Gets the perfect draw.
I think.
And the thing is, we know the next one to come out. This is Tempai,
Yeah,
Riichi
big
Nomi on
reach.
the Formon. There's
The
Kamio just trying to shut
green
this down and
almost
move the game
surely comes
along.
out. Okay, east first because it's safe. But I think green is going to come out very soon. Maybe you're worried about like a Tanki weight that's trying to slip you up.
Possible, but unlikely. Probably just look at
Right.
the east and said
Yeah,
there's
there
no
it
reason
goes.
to go. There's the Hatsu.
This time
And
Pone.
there's the call.
This time
And there's the
Tempai.
Tempai waiting 4-7 for Hatsudora 2.
Right. 3 so, no choice.
That is also
Tempai.
Tempai. This is Riichi Pinfu Possible Itsu 369 weight.
Yeah, the next 3 so that comes out is going to deal in. But obviously the 9 is the more expensive one.
Dora indicator deals in 2 Dora, Hatsu, Dora Dora, and of course a couple of Riichi sticks in there. So nice little pickup.
Yeah, unlucky turn of events for Kamio on that one. But the dangers of Riichi.
They scored that wrong on the board. There is no way that was too odd.
Yeah, there's definitely 2 door in there at least. Nope, here's the reset. It's being fixed. Here comes
All right, let's take a look at
Kamio.
dealer's hand. Has a bunch of garbage floating honors.
Oof,
Chewed pair is the one redeeming value of this hand.
that's true. I didn't even notice it because they were on either ends.
A whole bunch of Sozu here. Maybe even go Chinitsu with that. This is a slower Pinfu hand. There we got the reset. Ooh, 5's a great draw there. 1, 1, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Super wide shape in Manzu. 2-pin pair up. It's another pair. Talk even pairs in earlier hand. Well, that had, I think, 3 of them and building for more. 5, 7, 9 in Manzu. Cuts the penchant in Pinzu with a 9-pin.
Another
4,
terminal
7,
Dora.
6, 6. Ooh. That goes with the 8. Not cutting the south and the north, really valuing those tiles
Right.
heavily. And just with a 9, doesn't even want to consider the 8. Usually you hold the 8 there to just pair it up and see if you can get anything from it.
Right.
But not even considering it here. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9 in Manzu.
Yeah, very
2 of
interesting
is an option.
headless shape. No pairs, but a lot of room to make one.
Well, dealer sitting here needs to call Chute and then has the 2 Dora, but part of that's required is the calling the tune.
Oh,
And
huge
that's not
draw.
happening. Ooh, super wide Ishan 10. It's headless, but I believe double Nobeton type shapes.
Yeah, I don't think
Backfire
it's
on
going
the
to be a
6-0.
problem. That
3.
doesn't do it.
That
Is
is
it
about
even
the
worth it?
worst possible tile. I'd throw the 7.
You could throw 9
That
man
is
if you're
it.
going for Tanya, but then you lose the Itsu chance.
This is just the widest Ishan 10. It's frustrating, but I just don't see a better option. Speaking of annoying pairs, 1 1 4 4 6 6 Chun Chun.
What's the draw? Nope.
That is a blank. 2. Okay, this is now
Oh,
Ishan 10.
I think it's Tempai.
No, you're right. That is Tempai on the 4.
No Riichi, no Yaku, so can't
Yeah,
roam.
no Yaku. Trying to do I want to go
Flush?
Onitsu in the
Is it
answer is we're
flushing
gonna
time?
consider it, but I think it's very difficult to get that far.
Still no Tempai for Sakuragawa with all the possible tiles that could do it. None of them have showed up yet. Not even keeping 4-5 because she's already discarded the 6 30-10 weight.
My hand is stuck. Can't get anything to Tempai. This head, yes, is definitely Tempai as well.
It's a
5.
pin?
It's Tanya time.
I don't know. Is it any good? Cuts an 8.
Yeah,
Interesting
that is
discard.
I don't want to give up, but I don't believe in
Yeah,
this
definitely
hand.
feels like a
Still holding
safety
the safer
discard.
tiles.
4. Okay.
That's a perfect draw. Still needs a little bit of work though.
We could see Tanya from here. Or so is
Call
Pone. Yeah.
going for the Tanya. Ishan 10
Here
needs
we
a
go.
2-pin 2-7, so
Extra
whole
9?
bunch of extra pairs.
No dice on the extra 9. Tempai.
Oh, Tempai 2-pin.
Dora. Ooh. What do you do with Dora here? Haven't seen any.
It's so annoying because you really don't want to be on a 2-pin, Sean.
Yep.
Who gives up a couple of
Yeah,
no
even a Dora Tonki, a 1-pin pair weight. Not great either. Sumo!
There
Small
it is.
hand, but it ends.
Tanya going to be good enough here.
Yeah.
300, 500.
Tough spot for Kamio.
Tokuoka going to be dealer in south once is giving him a dealer turn. Of course, also ends Kamio's chances in the east round.
Right.
But we still have a full south round to go. Tokuoka will be the dealer here, and her team needs help. And by help, I mean multiple miracles.
Many Yakuman. About 1,000 points of difference to get to first place.
I think this is one where they're actually eliminated, because even if you started stacking double Yakumans like back to back to back, you'd run out of time before you'd be able to make up the gap.
Yeah, this is the second last week, so even if they have another session, even if this is one of the teams with the last session, they have at most 4 games, and that's including this one, so 3.5 games left.
You figure if you go 1-1-1,
Yeah,
you're
it's
talking maybe
not-
200 points. That's not even close to what they need.
Yeah, even if
It's
it's
not really
minus
any of these
200.
teams. All
Oh,
right, this has an east pair. Maybe go Honitsu. We'll see how much it's hedged here.
a lot of it is about the individual players trying to get those top spots for the playoffs. I believe it's either top 16 or top 32. I can't recall.
2-pin, crazy Penshun and Pinzu. Not the ideal draw, but we'll take it anyway. 4-so, decent floater. 2-mon, bad floater. Already threw it earlier in the hand. Didn't want it then, didn't want it now. East
Right.
goes back. Chun goes back. 6. It connects with the 7, so can at least advance in theory.
Yeah, I mean, this hand is advancing in practice. Tokuoka might be able to go again on her dealer turn and get that dealer repeat. It's no longer East route.
6
It's South
fits
route.
in. That's now Ishun 10 for possible Ipeko.
Looks like the players are drawing pretty well right now. Bunch of good shapes, good draws.
4. Oh, is it time to cut the Dora?
Hmm.
Yes, it is. One pin is nothing.
6-mon.
6-mon, decent floater, but the hand's still bad enough. Yeah, it says I don't really need the
I kind of like.
acceptance. I need some
I
safety with how
kind of
bad the
like
hand
the
is.
floater there.
If
But
it were a
maybe it's
couple
too
turns earlier,
aggressive.
I'd agree, but I just don't buy the shapes.
Yeah. Jenn confirming in chat, all teams do play the final session. So there are 3 more games to go for these teams after this one.
Pairs means a weird tooth or Sanshoku, but it's just a long way.
Ooh.
3-mon, speaking of awkward Ipeko,
Yeah,
not even
doesn't
gonna
like it.
consider it.
Does not like it. Get
Well,
it out
there's
of
a
here.
very early 2 cut, and you already have 1 in your hand, so that means at best there's 2 in the wall. Ishunton for Tanyao. Well, there's a Dora pull. That's the 1.
Pair of
Shaw
West.
pair up, another pair that doesn't really do much.
Right.
I believe that was the South Seats. It's not even Yakuhai. Ishunton upgrade. Out goes the South. 2-so, or 3-so rather, is not going to help. Another 3-so. Not even you can consider Tsushioitsu. There's also a Tanya out if you go west-west there, but
True.
passes on it. Speaking of Chitoitsu routes, the 6 pair there. Oh, that's a 2, 3, 4.
1 away.
Suzu. Back goes the 9. 8 passes. Chun goes back. 6-0 Onko. That's Tempai. This is Riichi or Riichi Tanyao. 6-pin, 9-pin.
Here goes
I think
Sakuragawa.
most of the 9s are out already. 2 of them at least. So 2 of those will. Oh, there's the 6 though. This is a do I have to throw the Riichi on the door? I will do so.
So
This is
we've got a
Riichi Pinku
battle.
on 5-8.
5 pairs here for Tokuoka in the dealer position.
Yeah, he's not thrilled about this draw. Could Sumagiri the 8, but going to take the safer route towards the Chitoitsu. Of course, always getting in the door indicator's never great, but too many choices in these situations.
Right.
Chun, however, does not help. That goes back. 2-so. Back goes the 1. 5-so. That is Tempai. Could Riichi the 9 here, otherwise it'd be Furiton if you're waiting on the 8.
No Riichi.
Will Dama here, waiting
got
on the
Tanya.
6.
Yeah, it is Tanya, so there is Yaku.
9 just clears, that's coming back.
White Dragon. Huh. Another Tempai. We've seen the Dora come out. It's Tokuoka
So isn't
Tempai.
gonna help. Could have been. This is also Tempai. Not going to take it. Would have won on it.
Yeah.
But it fold out. There's our Subo. Subo Pinfu. It looks like an Aura as well,
Yes,
so
looks
gets at
like
least some
it.
value here, closing the gap a little bit. Kamio needed that desperately. Also, of course, Uika is or makes the European come from Tokuoka, so only 1,700 separate third and fourth. But of course, the big goal here is first place because of the extra bonus Uma for and Oka for first place.
That's right.
Get a plus 40 just from the points. But we're in South 2. Sakuragawa is dealer here. Currently in first, but not a particularly comfortable one. Anyone could Mongun Sumo and overtake as of right now. Plus, you still have a couple hands left anyway. See a couple honors, but I mean, it's not a terrible hand, but it's not a good one.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. You see the shapes and the floaters. There's a very distant 456 Sanshu there, but when a penchant's one of your stronger shapes, you don't want that many floaters.
Wonder if calling is in the works for Sakuragawa to keep her dealer turn alive.
South pair. This man may get called down. Creates a penchant there with the 8-9. 4 so out goes the pay. 7 Itsu route. Also the 2 through 4 Sanshoku as an option. 5 so pair up. Now the South can be called more safely. 7 so because of the 6. You have the overlap with the 3, 4, 6, 7 in Sozu. 3 pin that completes one of the shapes in Pinzu with the 3, 4, 5, 5, 7 now.
Kamio's hand feels like the most interesting one here.
Ooh, another pair up. May go Chun. Yeah, it goes with Chun. Haku does nothing. 4 so extends the shape here. May end up just in a Riichi Nomi structure. Would love the South, but going to be hard to get. Ugh. Ew. That's a 2 on. Now even considering Honitsu. Shaw goes back. Doesn't really help the hand. 9 pin does nothing. 9 so, on the other hand, advances this hand, but there's still no value.
Yeah,
3 so gets possibly Peiko route. There's no pair, though.
The half flush seems reasonable for Kimura.
Well, it doesn't seem reasonable. It seems like it's the only option at this point to get any sort of value.
Yeah, going all in on it.
Going for it at this point. 4 pin, there's your pair, but it means the Sanjuku is dead now. So it's a which block do you want to cut? The 6, 7, the 2, 3. I don't think you're ever cutting the Dora block. I feel the 6, 7's the normal cut, especially with an 8 out. And there goes the 6. 6 so, that fits in very nicely. Has this floating Dora, though. And that's really the decision point here. Because Tokuoka needs to make some value in this hand. And holds onto that Dora.
Wonder if
6, 6, 8 pin. The rest of the hand is a mess, though.
It almost feels like Tokuoka might not even want to pawn south at this point. 5, 6. That accepts Dora. Maybe this isn't a half flush after all. Yeah, it keeps it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sell out on just. Oh, there's an Onko. That could get you 2, 3, 4 Sanjuku back. That's actually a really good draw.
True.
Use the 4 as the pair and cut the 1. 6 pin. Oh, those 6 pins are dying. Oh, no. Just throw the 1 back.
No good there.
6 so. His hand's just still so terrible that it's really not worth playing. The type of hand where you're like, please at least give me Tempai so I don't have to pay out for it. And you hope everyone else's hand is as bad as yours.
Dora!
Oh, there goes our Dora.
Dora!
And it is passed. No one going to take it. Pay goes back. 1 so. Oh, that's the sad side. But it's still Sanshoku. on the Tuban.
Yep.
So it's Riichi, Pinfu, Dora, possible Sanshoku, but Ipeko and Tanya are now out.
Right. Wonder if it's worth. Nah, there's such a low chance that
No,
you draw
you're
that.
so sad if you sumo what
Yeah,
would have
such
been a
low-
Hanemon
Right.
that you can't do that to
Yeah,
yourself.
there's just there's only one tile and a lot of them are gone. This is, I
Ooh, that's a
think,
nice
Tempai?
draw.
Oh, maybe not.
No, it's not Tempai
I
just
feel like
yet.
I
Oh,
feel like it
there's
was
Dora.
Tempai if she discarded a different tile. Maybe it's just a safety reason, or maybe
It
I
would have
just
been a
saw it wrong.
terrible wait, though.
Yeah.
It's not really worth it.
Yeah. The Shampon, I think.
Yes.
7 so and I mean one of them is East. Might get that, but hard to face down a
Shunten
Riichi
upgrade.
with that.
Shaw's a blank. 2-pin. That doesn't feel good.
Yeah, there goes the other
Yeah,
one.
it cuts the 9. It is waiting on a 2, but not that one. 2-5. Ooh, do we ever just throw the Dora here? Nope. Two so extends the shape a bit. 8-pin maybe? You got a 6 and a 7. You see a bunch of other 6s. I think the 8's fine.
Maybe.
You could also just cut the 6 and hope to call the 7,
I think
but to me that's a
6-pin is
little
safe.
Yeah. I feel it needs to be a Pinzu cut here. Yeah, it goes with the 8 eventually.
Slight risk pays off so far. Sakuragawa trying to keep her dealer alive in East 2, South 2, sorry.
And that 5 is a pretty hard fold. That hand is out.
8 so.
8 so. No, throws the 6.
Yeah, I mean,
there is
it's
a
still
route
one
here
away.
for Tempa, yeah. Keeps the Ishunten. The shapes are significantly worse, but you just not want Tempa at this point. You're not expected to win the hand with only a couple draws left.
Right. 6, 7.
Oh, let's 6, 7, 8 in the pond. That hurts.
It'd be tough to discard the 8 so though. So
Just a couple left. Second to last draw
not
here.
that.
Tune is not going to help. So the dealer Riichi will go through and stay through. Or no, that's not dealer, just Kamio is the Riichi.
Kamio's
So
Riichi.
we'll get into third place off of this, and everyone sees the potential Sanshoku there.
Only one
Kamio
Tempai
jumps
player.
into third. Tokuoka drops just 1,000 here, but Kamio picking up 3,000. Actually, not that far off of second place, but only 1,300 clear of Tokuoka. Kimura is dealer here. Would like to get a nice win. At the same time, doesn't need to, especially with their overall score, and I believe her personal score as well is superb. So this is one where you just want to mitigate your damage. If you get a great hand, great. If not, oh well.
The elephant in the
The term is playing
standings.
with house money.
Right.
That if it goes great, great. If it doesn't, we're way ahead at this point. It's fine.
But Kimura, I think, has more
well, what about
personal...
Chinitsu Dora 2?
Oh, this looks kind of cool. I think Kimura has a little bit more personal stake in it because each of these points is going to matter to her when it comes down to the individual playoffs. So she doesn't want to lose any of them.
Well, you don't want to lose, but at the same time, that's the type of hand where I'm going for Chinitsu. Speaking of Honitsu, though, a whole bunch of Manzu tiles.
I think if she has a pair of Dora, I would maybe even prioritize speed
well, now
more.
I'm just calling anything. Forget this. I want to just go the Chinitsu route. Because you have the 2 1s, you can't just go Tanya.
Right.
You just have to go for the Chinitsu. It's a bit forced, but so. It's Chinitsu Dora 2. Maybe even Toy Toy if you get really lucky.
Although I think in a lot of cases, you just draw the tiles you need and you go for Riichi Dora 2.
What is it like to draw the tiles that you need?
Well, it looks like Sakuragawa and Tokuoka.
Yeah, apparently she knows how.
Yeah. We'll see.
That gives you Peiko route, so yeah, that's a great draw.
Kimura might end up going all the way to the full flush.
Another 7-pin out, so 6 extends the shape here in Manzu. Can now accept
Oh
a 5
my.
for templates. Oh, well, I said it was Shinitsu, and you said just draw the tiles, so I guess combined,
Yeah.
draw the Shinitsu. It is worth more that way.
Menzen Shinitsu. You'd see 24,000
Menzin
points
Shinitsu
here.
Dora 2 Baimon minimum.
Yeah, Pon
Oh,
though.
no, there's our first call with the Chun. It's the other hand that had it. Oh, could go 6-mon here.
Yeah, you could even go
But goes
one
to the
mon
1, wants to lock
Tanyao.
in the
Yeah.
Tanyao. Let's say lock in. It's not necessarily locked in, but it's very likely locked in. 2-mon.
Whoa. Not quite.
That is not Tempai.
Yeah, no, no.
There's an extra 9
This
in
looks
there,
like it
otherwise
could
it
be a
would be.
call. It is not. Not gonna call the
No,
5.
says I'm just gonna draw what I
Okay.
need. It's
Oh,
fine.
cutting the 7. No
Not even
Chinitsu.
considering it.
Maximum efficiency. Collect the Dora.
Wow. That is That is when you're feeling it, is when you make a play like that.
That's wild. Maybe the calls on the table are encouraging her to go as fast as possible, but I feel like an argument has to be made that being able to call would also speed up your hand here.
Well, there is what you were suspecting is a Honitsu from that pond in another suit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Still one away.
Yeah, going to consider the Suanko route. Yeah, that 7 is to get rid of that 7 while I can. And that actually could have been called for tempo. It would have been a Kanchan on an 8.
That doesn't do it. Not template.
That is not Tempai, nope. 4, that is Tempai.
It is.
The wrong
Big
end,
reach,
but
big
there goes the
reach.
stick. Kamio says, well, might as well go for it. Nine, so is not it.
That's tempai.
There's a 7 and 9. This is also Tempai.
What's the move? Oh, 8 so discard? Is that even tempai? No, it goes
There's
2
your
so
Tempai.
discard.
That is Riichi Dora 2.
Sumo.
No, Patsumo, Riichi Patsumo.
Sumo.
Ura 1. That is
Oh,
a
huge.
Mangon. Just throw the
Big
stick out.
hand.
Easy game. Kami going to jump into first off of that. Kimura going to take a bit of a hit. Deep third now. Tokuoka's target is now Kimura instead, but Kamio now in first place. Sakuragawa falls to second. City Patsumo Ura.
It's that easy. 3 extra Han on the board for Kamio there.
Will be either here in all last at 32,500. Not a big first if it were to end here, but you're not going to complain about it. But just overall, the table dynamics are really weird here because you know this table is not getting the wild card spot either because it's
Right.
how close are you to first. So everyone at this table is just playing for their own individual goals.
Right.
Decent hand here.
Yeah, this is a 2, 3, 4 and the 7, 8, 9, I think.
And 2 Dora and the 7, 8, 9.
Oh, and
This
a
is a
1
very
pin.
good starting
Yeah,
hand.
huge
Yeah, possible Itsu as well. This is a much more standard hand. It's an above average hand. I wouldn't complain if you gave me this one most of the time. It's not great, but it's
I think
acceptable.
it's great. I think it's a great
This is
hand.
also a pretty good hand.
You got,
And then there's this, which is very average, incredibly
right.
average.
Well, pair of
Oh,
fours.
just pair up the 4 like that.
Does mean
Not the ideal pair up because you just rather draw another door. I have 3 of
Right.
those, but say we take those.
can still draw 3 Dora and use the others as pair.
Yeah, and just use the 4 as your pair, and you don't have to worry about
Is
it.
that a 9?
Another
Interesting.
Pinzu.
Throws it away.
Yeah, I don't think a 9 does anything there. It makes perfect sense to throw it back. Hatsu does nothing. Haku's a pair up, and this hand is bad. Now it's looking for 1,000, and the problem is that's not the incentive with the score line.
Yep.
That is not Ishan 10. It's also headless. 2 away at this point. Probably considering whether to go pay or 4-pin, and yeah, I like just take the pay. If you get the 7, you're really sad if you cut the 4.
Another
2-pin.
2-pin. Nope.
I might just throw the 8 there. If I get Himeko, great.
Yeah, I don't hate the 2-pin.
Might be the 8. Could go with the penchun here. I don't really like the 2-pin, but I guess it's an option. I just go 8-mon. And she does. Oh, 6, 7, 8. That is now headless Ishanten. Normal play here is just the 4-pin. But goes to the 2 instead. Likes the wider acceptance potential of the Ryunshanten as opposed to the Ishanten. Or I guess technically it's still Ishanten, just with much more awkward floaters.
Right.
Another pair up with the 9s. The 8 is not a good floating tile, just because someone's going to want the Dora. But going to hold on to it, cuts the 4, 3. When the 5 is the door indicator, it's also not a great... Oh, wow, the 5-pin. As if she knew it was about to come.
A dream draw? Okay.
3-pin. Oh, no!
Full backfire on the 2. Yeah, even the 3 just
Would have
goes
been
right
a
back out
Riichi
then.
Pinfui Peiko Dora 2. Nope. 5. That is Tempai waiting 6-9. Do you Dama? No.
Kind
No.
of wants Dora. I wonder if the 9 is just Pinfu.
Well, it's reached Pinfu, but the goal here is to just sumo anyway. And hey, we just saw last hand. That's plenty. I think with the sumo, that does overtake Kamio.
It's a weird one. Riichi Pinfu.
You should definitely consider passing if it's early.
700, 1300 is 4,000. I think it comes 100 short.
There's no Akari here.
Yep. The dealer pays
That'd
1,300.
be... Oh, 13. Let's see. Hold on.
And you get 4,000, or you get 2,700 total. So it's a difference of 4,000. And it's the same on a direct hit. You come 100
Oh, that's
short.
Tempai. Would have to throw Dora, though.
I mean, if you get a Riichi
That would
stick
deal in.
here,
You definitely take that as a win. That is the expensive end for sure. This is Tempai. This is very much a do you dare.
yeah, this is pretty brutal. Otherwise, it'd have to be like 4-pin.
Out it goes! Reach Pinfu, Tanya, Dora. Oh, the 9 would have been the Dora anyway. So
it would have been good.
Would be the win there for Sakuragawa into first place. Kimura going to drop. No, Kamio going to drop into second place off of it. But the big win there, Sakuragawa at 36,400, 46.4 in the positives. Kamio in second at 4.5. Not a great second, but still a second. And you can see just the look summarizes everything. Well, I tried. Kimura very sad here, but she has plenty of results, and Tokuoka just got nothing.
Yep. So that is game 3. I mean, as we mentioned, Kimura doesn't want that hit on her individual score because she's trying to light up the top of the playoffs there. But you're right that the Sapporo Mahjong lovers probably aren't too upset overall about that.
Yeah, minus. I mean, when your bad day is a minus 5.5, then you're probably doing pretty well. The big winners of the day are Mappy with the 113.2. Kamikaze works, and Suzaku with roughly minus 60 and minus 50. So a bit of a gap there, but the overall standings, I mean, you're not supposed to say it's over, but it's over.
It's basically
that's not happening in 3 games. Sorry, guys. Sorry, ladies. This one's not going to happen.
Mappy did make a really big push, but there's just so much
well, yes,
to do.
Only 8 more, and they'll be in great shape. At this point, you also consider how important is second in the team in this group. How important is that? But the primary goal in the last day for this group will be individuals and can you qualify? And if you do qualify, how far up there can you be? Now, tables like that are actually very awkward because you might see a lot of Yakuman fishing because
Right.
there's no real downside.
Right. And with that being said, we have concluded today. Got Corak here alongside me, Tipzntrix. We had Chiral and Jenn earlier today. Next time is tomorrow. We'll be back
Yes, we'll
tomorrow.
be here at the same time, same place. More of the continuing session here. I know we've been on a long delay since our last broadcast. Of course, keep your eye out for the towel raffle, which we will have tomorrow as well. There's a third one in the works for people who are paid subscribers to the YouTube channel here, the WRC YouTube channel. So check that out. Doesn't take a high tier. Just basically show you have money and are willing to support us, and you will be entered in that raffle as well.
All right. Silver Malva's here at the WRC Broadcasting Studio. See you next time. Tomorrow, same time.
Up, see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.